year. Whether you're looking for a new GMC truck or used Buick SUV, drop in at Montrose Buick GMC and check out their inventory for a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles. Go Spartans!
I hope they can contain him.
And we're live at Joslyn Field for another exciting matchup. Oh, I'm sorry, getting a little ahead of myself. And we're live at Joslyn Field, Conneaut Spartans Football Week 5 matchup on 1360 WOW, brought to you by these great sponsors. Hang on. Conneaut Dairy Queen. Enjoy lunch, dinner, or a cool treat soon at your Conneaut Dairy Queen. And Chris Breck State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right. And Conneaut Savings Bank, come grow with us in Conneaut and in Austinburg. And also University Hospital. You're messing with me. Yeah. Conneaut Medical Center, advancing the science of health, and you're number 2. And the art of compassion.
Sorry.
And Conneaut Save-A-Lot Food Store, not lower quality, just the lowest prices. And Gertie's Pharmacy, family owned for over 60 years on Main Street. I'm Ben Jarvie along Steve Grant as we're just we're trying to get ourselves all set and ready up here. And we got an exciting one, Steve, and we're gonna kick it right over to the Chris Breck State Farm Insurance Coaches Show on 1360 WOW 102.9 FM and WOW TV. Thank you for joining us, and of course our great sponsors. We'll kick it over to Matt Jarvie and Coach Rocco Dobrin for the Chris Breck State Farm Insurance Coaches Show, and then come back for the warm-up and maybe a quick interview with a special guest here on 1360 WOW Sports.
Week number 5 of the Chris Breck State Farm Insurance Coaches Show, right here on WOW TV, 1360, 102.9. I'm Matt Jarvie. With me again is Coach Rocco Dobrin. Coach, good to be with you.
Oh, great to be here.
Hey, great game against the Corey Beavers. Just a wonderful game. We struggled with his name, but I think by the end of the year, number 22, I think everybody's going to know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Great little runner.
Yeah. He was tough. And we knew that going in. We talked about it last week before the game, and we knew he was going to be a tough runner, and he was. And luckily, obviously, I think we did a good job at least sustaining him. You know what I mean? Make sure he didn't take over the game or anything.
Right. And I don't know what he ended up with for the night, but you guys did a nice job of controlling what they were trying to do out there. So
yeah, I think it was only like 7 carries for 50 yards or something. So, it was a good yards per carry, but it was, they didn't feel it was enough to just keep doing it, they got in a lot of third and long situations where they felt like they had to, either pass the ball or do something fancy, and I feel like our D-line played in the backfield almost the whole game, a lot of tackles for loss all over the quarterback and that kind of stuff. So.
Absolutely. One good thing about it, they're a little bit bigger school, so if that time comes down the road, we'll get a few extra points for that one if the playoff picture comes into play.
Yeah, hopefully, they got a really tough schedule. We're hoping they get some wins. That would really help us.
Yeah.
But their schedule is kind of loaded this year compared to past years. The teams they play this year are harder than the teams they played in the past. So, but hopefully they can get some wins on there, and definitely we'll get some points for them being a bigger school.
Yeah, absolutely. This week we're facing another running back. He's 22 also. He's a seasoned senior. And I'd say he's a little bit faster than the one we just went up against.
Absolutely. This kid's a real deal. I think, I saw earlier in the year he was ranked like 6th or 7th running back in Northeast Ohio, which is phenomenal. You know how many kids are in Northeast Ohio, and so he's up there on the charts. You know, I don't see how many yards exactly he got, but it's already at a pretty high.
He's over 1,000 yards already with 4 games.
4 games. So you're talking, you know, he's the real deal. You know, you don't do that unless you're the real deal, and he's got that. He's got it going on, and they don't mind giving it to him on any down. Doesn't matter. 3rd and long, 3rd and short.
Yeah.
You know, 4th. They'll give him the ball. So he's a good running back, and he's got some good blockers in front of him. Number 9, I know, is kind of their wing back / you know, big kid that, you know, the old school fullback. He just doesn't line up as a fullback. He lines up as a wing. But a great kid to follow if you're a running back. So, yeah, it definitely has a lot of speed and runs hard.
Of course, we're talking about the Rootstown Rovers coming to Conneaut this Friday night. Now, it's been since 2018 since we played them, I think, right?
Yes.
That's when we drove all the way down there.
Absolutely.
And it was a long ride back. So is there nobody here remembers that, I'm sure, but all the coaches do, and you know, it'd be nice to return that favor a little bit.
Yeah, it sure would.
On the home field.
You know, and I kind of laugh. I was like, you know, the last time we played them was the best season they had in years.
Yeah. And
now they come into this rolling 4-0. You know, and all the other years are, you know, they're about a 500 team, maybe 6-4.
Yeah.
And but you know, that's also what we want right now. You know, we want to. We you know, we feel like we're 3-1. We're real close to 4-0.
Right.
So we feel like we could be also a 4-0 team, and so we want to see where we're at, and playing another 4-0 team is definitely a great thing, you know, for us to see where we lie against a team that's ranked in the state.
Absolutely. Kuntz is his name. I looking at him, I only saw a couple of films that I was able to see. You probably could see more than I do, but they don't look like they're the same team as 2018. I mean, they had just a tremendous team back then.
Absolutely. You know, they're very solid. They were really good back in 2018. You know, and what they've done is they've played a lot of close games. You know, this year. You know, so what they're doing is they're finding ways to win, which is impressive on their end. You know, we watched the champion game pretty close on film. We watched the field game pretty close on film. And those are 2 games that those teams, I think, both felt like they had them beat. And then, you know, next thing you know, they find a way to win. And so that's a good job by their coaching staff and their players just saying, hey, we don't care if we're down 10 with 5 minutes left. We're going to keep playing, you know. So
they don't seem to throw the ball much, just enough just to remind themselves that that's something that they can do. But not many yards, it looks like, overall when I'm looking through their stats.
No, they just like to keep you honest. So they're going to throw the ball downfield. They're going to throw it deep every once in a while. You know, maybe 2 or 3 times a quarter, they're just going to throw a deep ball and see what happens, you know, see if they can get a catcher, a good catcher, a pass interference or something, you know. And then if they need to loosen you up, they'll throw some short arrows and stuff like that. But they want to hand the ball off. They want to hand it off to 22, and that's what their bread and butter is going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, 22, we're talking about Kuntz is his name, the running back. It doesn't seem like he does a lot of things. He seems to run off tackle a lot. And
absolutely.
He blazing speed.
He has great vision, and he's fast.
Yeah.
Great vision, finds a hole, and then, you know, like if there's nothing there, he likes to bounce it. You know, like you said, he'll press the hole off tackle, but he'll bounce it as soon as he can. And then when you get him out in open space, he's a heck of a running back. So
yeah, the roster has him listed as 5'10", 190 pounds, and if that's true, then I only weigh 170.
That's right.
I believe that he's a little guy. But he definitely is loaded with speed. So that makes it tougher sometimes to catch some little guys because they're smaller object to grab onto.
That's right.
Yeah. How about what's going on with the team this week as far as any developments? Caden Heinly, of course, is one of them that we're concerned about.
Yeah, Caden's going to be out this week, but, you know, he's got a pretty good prognosis. So, you know, we think that he's going to try and practice next week and see where he falls.
Okay.
So that's a better scenario than we thought. We thought he'd definitely be out a couple weeks, and right now they just think it's a sprain. So we'll see how he feels next week in practice, and it'll be up in the air from there. And he's our only guy that's, you know, out. Everyone else is looking pretty fresh, pretty good to go. You know, Zach coming off another good game, and Max coming off another good game. You know, our defense, all of them, but like front six did a great job. You know, Davison had a nice interception last game. So, you know, we got a lot of things going in our favor, and our kids are excited. They're excited to play a team that has 4 wins, and so we'll see how that goes. And we had a little we're keeping our team bonding going. On this past Sunday, we all met at one of the coaches' houses and we watched some NFL football. And when you do those kinds of things, the kids bond. Just really get close knit, and then that shows up on Friday nights.
Yeah.
So they got to watch some good tight NFL games. The Steelers and the Browns both were down to the wire.
Yeah.
And they're playing some cornhole and things like that. And we have team dinners. Thursday nights are team dinner here at the Upper Pavilion, and they're bonding well as a group, and they're playing like they're bonding well. And so we're just I told them don't do anything special Friday night. Just keep doing what you're doing and see where you stack up.
And we also saw another player that you put in the game here a couple of times. I think against Columbiana was the first time, right? But number 12, is that anybody you know?
Yeah.
Played very well. He played very well. I'm considering that you just threw him in there on that stage, and boy, he did a great job.
Yeah, it's always hard. You get your son plays for you, and he's definitely a JV guy, but he had an opportunity to get in there. And he did impress. He had a nice little catch, nice punt, punted the ball pretty well, and then I think he had a tackle like his second play. And so he was excited. And the older kids, not just with my son Carrick, but with all the young kids, when they do something good, those older players make them feel good. They really hype him up on the sideline.
I can tell he was thrilled to death after that catch.
So it was
bouncing around out there, literally.
Well, I know. It's when you go into the game and you never think you're actually going to get in. For those young guys, and then when they get in, it's pretty special. So he definitely enjoyed that.
Any other milestones? That you could think of? This is your 12th year of coaching, right?
Yeah.
Here at Conneaut. But how about all overall? You've got some years in, I think, overall teaching. Didn't you go through a milestone?
Oh, absolutely. This is my only head coaching spot. But, I've been coaching in probably 22 years. This is 22. So it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. We'd just like to, notice that and make note of it if we can. Anything that's going on. People want to know all the inside skinny on everything if they can, so we do our best to try to get it.
Well, I hear you.
Coach, all the best luck against the Rootstown Rovers. We'll be there. We're going to be anxiously looking for it, and I think the Spartans have the defense to do a job against their running game.
Yeah. We're hoping. That's the goal. Stop the run. Definitely this week more than ever. So.
All the best to you and the team.
Thank you.
It's been another edition of the Chris Breck State Farm Insurance Coaches Show here on WOW TV. Lake Effect Media and Spartan Nation present Conneaut Spartans Football on WOW TV, 1360 AM and WOW 102.9, and always free. Brought to you by your great Spartan sponsors. Conneaut Dairy Queen. Enjoy lunch, dinner, or a cool treat soon at your Conneaut DQ. Chris Breck State Farm Insurance. Here to help life go right. Conneaut Savings Bank. Come grow with us in Conneaut and Austinburg. University Hospital Conneaut Medical Center, advancing the science of health and the art of compassion. Conneaut Save-A-Lot Food Store, not lower quality, just the lowest prices every day. And Gerda's Pharmacy, family owned for over 60 years on Main Street, Conneaut.
And we're live at Joslin Field for your exciting Week 5 matchup. Ben Jarvie alongside my colleague Steve Grant. Steve, this is definitely the matchup of the year so far. This is a very good Rootstown team. 4-0, and they've had a lot of battles this year, but they've definitely shown what they're capable of with a lot of great talent on this team.
They sure do, and we're specifically mentioning number 22 for Rootstown. His name is Cody Kuntz. He's a 5'10", 190-pound senior. He's rushed for over 1,000 yards already. He averages 11 yards a rush, and he scored 14 touchdowns. He's number 22, and I'm sure we'll call his name out a lot, and this will be a big challenge to the Spartan defense, Ben.
Yes, exactly. And it's definitely been a great year for us, and thinking about it, we should be 4-0 just alongside this other team. It could be 2 4-0 teams playing tonight.
That's
but
right.
Instead 3-1, you know.
Oh, that last-second heartbreaker against Edgewood, yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. We should be 4-0, but we're 3-1, and this will be a tremendous challenge, as I said before.
Yep.
I can't emphasize that much against the Rootsville team. Rootstown is about the same size as Conneaut, but they have a lot of good players. So. Yep. We'll see what happens. They got to contain that number 22, Cody Kuntz, for sure.
Yep, and they will throw, from what we know from Coach Rocco, they will throw Luke DeAngelis as the quarterback, 6'4", 230.
Right.
That's one of the biggest quarterbacks you've seen so far,
That's
I mean,
right.
for any team. And they'll throw it just to keep you honest, just to make you think that they may be able to pass.
Right.
But they're really just going to try to break outside the tackles. And Cody Kuntz has that breakaway speed unlike any other player we've seen.
And they will throw to him. Coach Talbaco told me it's about 70-30 on the run over the pass, but they'll pass on the outside to Cody Kuntz, and they'll throw to him long too. So they really got to contain that guy. I know it's not a one-man team, but let's face it, the offense does revolve around him.
Exactly. He's their star player, and we do have at least one thing. We have a lot of depth on our team. I mean, Zach Rice is our star player, and last week he really dominated again against Corey. But we have a lot of depth on our team. Caden Heinly is going to be out tonight. He's still got that sprain, a bad sprain. It could be worse than that, but for right now, at least it seems like it's just a sprain. He will be missed. He's going to start practicing lightly this coming week, and maybe we'll have him back for Cleveland Central.
Yeah, Heinley's, we've been calling his name out a lot the last couple of weeks, and he's a good ball player. He's a transfer from Jefferson.
Yep.
And he's been playing good ball. They'll miss him tonight for sure.
Exactly.
But whoever takes his place
will
have to step it up.
Yeah, he's kind of like the jackknife of all, he's like the utility knife, the jack of all trades. He does a lot of things. He's a wide receiver.
Yes.
He'll play quarterback sometimes and run the ball or pass. He's our kick returner. So, I mean, he does a lot of different things. Not necessarily like one of the key pieces in one area, but you just give him a lot of different roles, and you're going to have to give that and offset it with someone else. And who's going to step up for Conneaut's offense tonight in his stand? It's still out. The vote's still out on that. Cody Kuntz with his blazing speed, it'll be tough to contain, but Conneaut's defense has been really good this year. Only 14.5 points so far letting up this year.
Right, and they'll be put to the test right away because Conneaut is kicking off. Left to right along your radio dial.
Rodeo dial.
Conneaut in their all blue pants, blue tops. Rootstown with blue pants and white tops with blue numerals. Here's the kick.
That's Bryce Sperlin with the kick, and I think that's Cody Kuntz with the return. No, I'm sorry. That's 26 for Rootstown.
Dawson Morgan, a junior.
Dawson Morgan, yep, 5'10", 166. The one crazy stat about Cody Kuntz, what you were saying, Steve, I think he's got over 1,000 yards on the year.
Right.
Only 4 games played, so that's 250 yards a game.
11 yards a carry.
Oh, my goodness.
14 touchdowns, so look out.
Exactly. I mean, he's just going to be and right now, Rootstown opening up on offense with 2 guys in motion over to the left side, and it's DeAngelis going to hand off to Cody Kuntz. Cody Kuntz, he's wrapped up right out of the gate by Moses Schwartz. Darren Christine was in on it, the initial hit, and Wyatt Payne in on the stop too, just a wall, but Cody Kuntz tried to come to this sideline, and he just couldn't do it with that speed, but a wall of defenders met his way.
Right. No gain on that one. We're still at the 45 of Rootstown. 2nd and 10.
Oh.
Is that a delay of game, maybe? I'm not sure.
Or illegal formation.
Yeah, it's against Rootstown.
Yep, I think illegal formation. And another break, so it'll be second and real long upcoming for Rootstown in the early going. We have a lot of speed on defense, Steve. It's just a matter of how you utilize that to stop Kuntz from getting outside the tackles.
Exactly.
And a handoff to Kuntz, and he's met by Ty Covill on the far side, and he dragged down for probably a loss of a couple or one. Ty Covill.
Right, helped by Moses Schwartz, too.
Yep. Just keeps dominating for Conneaut.
Yeah, you don't want to have Kuntz one-on-one with anybody. So they've started out very good. The Spartans have by gang tackling, so to speak.
Yep, exactly. And
so it's 3rd and 18 now.
3rd and 18.
From the 27.
And they will probably try to pass this one. We'll see what they can muster through the air. Going right to left on your radio dial. DeAngelis dropping back to pass, and he's flushed out. He's running left. He does get it out on a little screen pass, but he's hit by a wall of Conneaut Spartans.
Very good defense on that. He only gained about a couple of yards on that one.
Yep. And Nick Osborne was in on that one, so it was just quite a
very good Conneaut defense on that, Ben.
Yep.
Covering the receiver, so he had to go short over the middle and was immediately stopped.
And a quick 3 and out for Conneaut. I keep saying Nick Osborne. It's Ethan Osborne.
Yeah, his brother.
But and it's going to be 3 and out for Rootstown, and they're going to punt this one away. A nice snap, and that's DeAngelis also punting the ball.
Very nice punt.
And a nice, powerful one, and that is Ethan Osborne back there. And there's a flag thrown immediately from behind where Ethan Osborne caught the ball. I'm not sure what that could be.
I wonder if that's a face mask, maybe.
It was thrown before the tackle. It was as soon as the ball was caught. I hope it's a hold. I hope it's not a hold. Yeah.
What was the call on that, Ben? I didn't see the.
I think it was a hold, but it was against. I don't know. I actually don't think there was any flag. I think they just picked it up. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Conneaut at about the 32. And we'll see Max Gleason firing on all cylinders, hopefully, tonight. And this is a handoff to Zach Rice. Zach Rice takes one tackle, and a nice pickup for Zach Rice on the first play of the game. A gain of 9.
Very nice. A gain of 9. Really nice.
Dawson Morgan with the stop there. That was the same guy that was the kick returner for the original play of the game. And they give it to him. So it was about 9.5, and they call it first down. So it's about at the 43 or 42.5.
Zach Rice leading Ashtabula County runners in rushing.
And this is a handoff now to Wyatt Payne, who's met by Cody Kuntz. And a big loss for Conneaut immediately. He just got right back there and snuffed that play out, Steve.
He sure did. And that'll be a loss of 3, maybe?
Yeah, probably about 3.
3 or 4.
Bringing it up 2nd and 13 for Conneaut. Max going to hand it off. No, he's going to keep it himself, and he's rolling out.
Wide open.
He finds Zach Rice to the near side.
And
he's
very close to the first down.
He's very close. They may mark him short.
No.
I think he got it.
They gave it to him, yeah.
Yeah, again, it's right on the line, but they give it to him.
Nice pass by our buddy Max.
Yep, and that's a great play call by Rocco. They really did blitz in there, but Max just rolled out right and just got dished out to Zach Rice for a nice pickup of 13.
And Zach was wide open on the right side. Took advantage of it, so now they are now in Rootstown territory.
Yeah, they're in Rootstown, if you will. So, and fresh set of downs and timeout call by Conneaut and Coach Rocco.
Well, so far so good, Ben.
Yeah, so far so good. It's looking good as far as us moving the ball, and a 3 and out for Cody Kuntz and the Rootstown Rovers. That could mean good things.
Hopefully.
And, it's 2 great teams. This is a matchup of the week in every single way, Steve. I mean, if you look at everyone else that's playing, there's a lot of exciting games out there, but definitely this is the one that you kind of wonder what team was going to show up for Rootstown tonight, and the vote's still out as far as how they can crack our defense, because we've had great defense against pretty good offenses, I'll say. Like Western Reserve was a pretty good offense.
Yes.
They could throw the ball and pass it.
That's right.
Edgewood could throw the ball. That's how they ended up beating us, because they were able to move the ball through the air.
Right.
This is more of a one-dimensional team, but DeAngelis will throw it. But it's just a question of how we lock them up with Cody Kuntz.
That's right. And other teams will be taking notice of this game too, Ben.
Yeah, if we beat them, they will be on notice officially. So
for sure, they'll move up in the rankings too.
Yep, and this is a keeper by Max Gleason. He's got some room to run.
Nice call.
And he picks up the first down. That's a Conneaut Spartan first down by Max Gleason. A great run up the middle. That first down brought to you by University Hospital, Conneaut Medical Center, advancing the science of health and the art of compassion for 100 years. And speaking of that, our guest from University Hospital couldn't make it in the University Hospital Conneaut Medical Center broadcast booth, but we'll look to possibly meet with her next week.
1st and 10.
1st and 10, Conneaut.
At the Rootstown 36.
Max Gleason in empty backfield, 3 wide left and 1 wide right.
Looking for Rice.
Yeah, he's looking, but he's going to run it himself, and he's got some room.
He's going to get the first down and more.
And he gets the first down and slides.
No flag?
No flag.
That was a late hit for sure.
Late hit probably by number 25, who kind of slid in there.
Owen Schlaubach, a junior. They didn't call anything.
Yeah, they could have thrown it, but I think it's pretty early. The one thing I can say is if it's a little early in the game, unless they really see intent, they're not going to do anything like that. Which
they did on that one.
Which we got to see how the game flows too. These teams haven't played with each other in 5 years.
Right. They're on the 16 now, 1st and 10.
Spartans. 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line, and the handoff to Zach Rice. Zach Rice got some room to move.
Nice run.
And Malin's with the stop for the Rovers. He's inside the 10. It's 2nd and short upcoming. That was a good gain for Zach, about 8 yards on that pickup.
I like the calls so far that Rocco's calling. I like the offensive plan he's got.
Yep. And really, you're not deviating too much from what you've done all year, which is good. And Zach Rice, he's going to be met by a wall of guys.
Yeah, he didn't have much room, and he was hit by Dominic Duval.
Dominic Duval. Big guy in the middle there.
Sophomore.
Tony Karp, too. He was in on the stop, too. Tony Karp, 6'2", 280. Big guy playing defensive tackle. So this is a critical play here because you got to get this first down.
That's right.
Otherwise, you're going to have to maybe settle for a field goal if you go that route. I know Thad Huya, he's been successful this year, but not sure what you do with it. And this
Another
is a run
call
by
right up the middle.
Max. He's in for the score.
Max Gleason, no flags. Touchdown Spartans. Nice call. They are being so successful with that call.
Now, just like that, Conneaut Spartans, when on their first drive, they go 70 yards for the score, Steve. How about that?
Very nice offensive.
And
thrust that Rocco has given them. And it's 6-0 now with 5:59 left. The Spartans on top of the Rootstown Rovers. Huya for the point after.
And Thad Huya's kick is up, and that one's nice and strong.
Whoa, that one over the fence.
That was a Cade York kick.
On the east side. Yeah, what? All right, way to go, my man.
Oh, I thought it was that. Oh, crap, I missed it. Okay, that was Bryce Sperlin kicking.
Oh, what?
Okay, well, Bryce has been kicking off pretty much, so he's not, it wasn't Thad Huya. That was Bryce Sperlin with a nice strong kick.
We were both wrong on that one.
Yeah, but with that, though, that takes it to 7-0 Conneaut. And just like that, we're up on Rootstown on a nice home game, which is the game of the week. This Conneaut Spartans touchdown brought to you by Gertie's Pharmacy, now in the 3rd generation, helping local families with all their health questions, concerns, medicines, vaccines, whatever you need. Stop in Gertie's Pharmacy on Main Street soon. and check them out. Any type of need that you have, they've always got you. They've always got their hometown crew.
Who would have thought that Conneaut would be on top of Rootstown, 7-0?
Well, this was
half a quarter gone. I
will
love it.
I will say too, Steve, this is a bit of a revenge game from 2017. I mean, we went down to Rootstown, which is all the way down near Canton, Ohio,
Portage County, yeah.
and we got blown out in 2017. We had a good team that year. We went 7-3, and they went 10-0, and that was a fumble on the kick.
I think Conneaut did get it.
Conneaut's calling for it, and they have the ball.
They have the ball.
That's 55 for Conneaut with the recovery.
Vince Kroniski on a great recovery of a fumble.
That was actually kind of more of an onside kick, but it was a blooper that only went to about the Rootstown 40, and that's where Conneaut will get it, about the 39.
I think that was by design, Ben. They want to keep it away from Kuntz.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They went for it right there. Another great call by Rocco. Just being risky with it.
So
and
Conneaut will start on the Rootstown 39.
And look at this too. I mean, empty backfield.
Right.
And offsides by that's number 9 for Rootstown. Jumped offsides. That's Drew
Nero.
Jumped offsides off the edge. And Rootstown's a little flustered already, with a penalty and a botched play on special teams.
1st and 5 now with that encroachment call.
Yeah, you really caught him napping too, which was great for Conneaut. That was excellent play. And they're going risky again. They got 3 wide right and 2 wide left, and Max Gleason, empty backfield, spread offense. We'll see if he throws it. And he's going to take off. He's not going to get very far.
You got maybe 2. Yeah.
Maybe 2, but, 1st down and 5. So you maybe, it's bringing up like 2nd and 4.
It was open for a while, but they closed in real fast, the defense of Rootstown.
Yeah. And you got the ball you already got it at the 32 or 33, so you can afford to be a little risky here.
Yeah, 2nd and 4. 5:25 left. Spartans up 7-0. First quarter.
And Max Gleason's going to hand it off. That's Zach Rice off the left edge. And he breaks outside. He's got a first down just like that. Just makes it look easy. And there was 2 guys in Conneaut's backfield there.
Yeah. Nice fake by he's a master of that, Zach Rice is.
That first down brought to you by Chris Breck State Farm Insurance. Ask about bundling your insurance coverage and saving money. Call 593-1191. Chris Breck State Farm, here to help life go right. And a timeout call on 3rd and short. They're going to say short. Okay, I thought he got it for sure, but
I did too.
I guess it's like 3rd and a half upcoming.
Yeah, it must be.
So timeout call by Rocco.
We'd like to say hello, a special hello to our good friend Billy Ciccatelli, who couldn't be here tonight. He goes to every football game, and he goes to all the basketball games because he's the manager of the basketball team. Billy got a little sick during the week. He caught a cold, and he's been down and out, and he wanted to be safe and stay home, and he'll be back next week. So hi, Billy. I know he's watching on YouTube for sure.
Yeah, Billy, all the best, and sorry you can't be up here with us, but
right. And to your mother too. I think she got the cold too.
Yeah.
So anyways, hi guys.
Yeah. Well, bless the both of you, and we'll be thinking of you. And
sure.
I've got some great people tuning in as well. My good friend Rob Migliaccio and his wife Lisa. I hope all the best for you and your recoveries as well, and I hope you're enjoying that nice recliner that you just bought. And a couple other people always listening to us on the stream as well, so
we like that. Okay, so 3rd and 1 for the Spartans.
Oh, I
give to Rice, and I think he got it.
Barely, yeah.
It's very close.
I don't know. Nope. It's 4th and
no,
they
didn't give
short.
It to him.
Yeah, no, it's 4th and short. You'd probably just punch it in, hopefully.
Oh, yes.
You could just go for it. I mean, you already got the onside recovery, so you might as well just be risky again. Why kick it, right? Yeah, he's short a half yard here. This is close. It might be a quarterback sneak. Nope, and it's a handoff to Zach Rice off the left edge. He's got it.
He's got it. And
he's got
the score.
Oh, my goodness.
Unbelievable.
On 4th and short, a half yard was required to keep the drive alive, and Zach Rice takes it 30 yards for the score.
Unbelievable. Tremendous run by Zach. Good blocking. A great call again.
Yep.
And the Spartans, with 4:28 left in the first quarter, are up on Rootstown 13-0. They have to be in a state of shock, Ben.
Oh, they have to be. And, I mean, this is the advantage.
Rootstown.
Yeah, no, of course. And this is the advantage of playing at home, too. It's a whiteout, and a lot of people showed up with a lot of intensity, and it's a very loud crowd tonight. Ooh, and a bad hold, unfortunately. But it's still good. Wow.
Sterling.
Ethan Osborne really did a good job. The snap was inside, and he caught that one and brought it back just enough time for Bryce to kick it up. And Bryce, good 2 for 2 from extra.
14-0. Conneaut, 4:28 left. What a way to start on whiteout night here at Jocelyn Field in Conneaut.
Yeah, Rootstown, definitely, like you said, they got to be in a state of shock because they just really, being 4-0, they had to have all that confidence behind them. But coming up here to Conneaut, it's a totally different story than it was 5 years ago. It was the opposite. It was kind of like the Edgewood game where you felt like Conneaut really, they had a lot of ability, but Rootstown had a bigger team with just and a lot more confidence because they're playing at home with a loud crowd.
Right.
And we flipped the script on them tonight.
Well, I tell you, Coach Dobrin and his staff had to have seen something in the films to take advantage of it, because they have certainly done that so far. Some holes or weaknesses in their defense, do you think, Ben?
Oh, for sure. I mean, and of course, I mean, we'll see. They've only had one offensive possession, but another kind of kick, a little bloop kick, trying to keep it away from Kuntz.
And he's got it.
He's got it, though. He still picked it up.
Oh, that's going to be a horse collar.
Now he has a face mask, and there was like 3 flags thrown. It was a face mask. Kuntz was really about to take off, but you can't wrap him up like that. You already had him beat on the sideline. Unfortunately, I didn't catch who that was tackling, but you just got to let that one go, and unfortunately that'll be some extra yardage for Rootstown on that already good return.
Yeah, that'll be a 15-yarder, and now that puts him on the Conneaut 35.
Yeah.
That hurt. That penalty hurt.
Yep. I mean, that's
like you said, Ben, there's no reason for that.
Yeah, I mean, he was already going to the sideline. He was being pushed out, and maybe you got maybe 1 or 2 by not dragging him down right there. But now you gave up 15, like you said, Steve. Yeah, so first and 10 for Rootstown at the 35 for Conneaut's territory. DeAngelis, man in motion. That's Nero, and he's going to hand it off to Kuntz, and Kuntz has got some room to move.
Oh, wow.
And Kuntz makes it up to the final tier there, and finally dragged down by Wyatt Payne. He got to the last line of defense, and Wyatt Payne was the only man stopping him from going to town.
He saved a touchdown. Way to go, Wyatt, but he still gained a bunch.
Yep, exactly.
1st and 10 at the 20.
DeAngelis, again in shotgun, up the middle. That's Kuntz again. He's getting another chunk yardage play. And he's dragged down by Max Gleason.
Yeah, he was hit. He was hit by Wayne Pyatt first, and then Max Gleason. Wayne.
There you go again.
I know.
There you go.
Wyatt Payne. I'm sorry, Wyatt. His family.
And they're going with a quick hurry-up offense on another first down. They're just trying to get right to the line and keep drilling us play after play.
1st and goal.
And DeAngelis, another man in motion, and another handoff left side.
Oh, yeah.
This time he's hit by a wall, and the ball is loose. The ball is loose, and Conneaut says they've got it.
No call yet. They haven't.
Max Gleason's got the ball. Max Gleason with a great play. I think Ethan Osborne was the guy that put the hit on him to drop the ball, but Max ends up with the ball, and it's Conneaut Spartans' possession on the 5-yard line.
What a key mistake by Cody Kuntz. And a great defensive stop by the Spartans. And there's my man, Max Gleason, pound for pound.
Yeah, that turnover brought to you by University Hospital,
kid.
Conneaut Medical Center, advancing the science of health and the art of compassion for 100 years. Excellent play by Ethan and Max. And they're going to call timeout, I think. I think
Rootstown called a timeout before the whistle.
Yep. Man.
3:27 left, 14-0.
Well,
Spartans. And they are deep in their own territory with that fumble recovery.
One good thing I can say, Steve, is that if you keep drilling them like this, I mean, Coots is going to get tired if he keeps having to just get play after
You would think,
play.
yes.
I think he was a little tired there, and they're trying to go with that hurry-off offense, but giving it to the same guy every time wears on that player with his endurance. I mean,
I'll tell you this, though, that Kuntz has an explosive start.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sure does. I mean, and he's going to be involved in special team kick returns. I mean,
Kick the ball away from him.
You just want to. That's what they did on the first play, and they caught him napping, and they got the recovery. It was excellent. So, and then now a fumble forced, 2 mistakes for Rootstown, and it's 14-0 Conneaut with 3:27 left to go in the first.
Boy, all of a sudden things get very interesting here at Jocelyn Field.
Yep.
First and 10 at the 3.
Yeah, you got to be careful though. Ball's at the 3-yard line,
Very careful.
You got
don't want a turnover here.
You got to get some plus yardage. That's all you got to do. And Max on 1st and 10.
He's got Rice. Overthrew him just a little bit.
Yep. I mean,
he was there. He was defended by Nick Malik.
Yeah, he needed what he needed to do was hold on to it a little bit longer, and he would have had him. But I think he got a little scared and threw it a little early. But that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Interesting call, but
I like that call.
Yeah, they're being really bold play calling for Conneaut.
Yes, risky, but some of them has been working.
Very confident, you know. I mean, coach definitely studied their game film for sure. And this is a handoff to Wyatt Payne. Wyatt Payne shakes one tackle, and he gets about the 10.
And there's a flag in the play.
I think
after
it's a late
the tackle.
Late hit. You know who it was? It was the same guy that did the last late hit. 25.
Unnecessary roughness.
Cohen Schlabach.
Yes. 5'11" junior. It's going to go against, personal foul.
Yep.
Hit to the head.
Yeah. So that'll bring them, that gets their first down and more. So there you go. You're out of the red zone.
That's right. That's a key penalty.
That first down brought to you by Conneaut Save-A-Lot Food Store. Not lower quality, just the lowest prices. T-bone steaks, $3.99 a pound. Delmonico's, $5.99 a pound. All through Saturday, baby back ribs, $2.99 a pound. Check them out in the plaza. And the handoff, this is Wyatt Payne again, getting another carry.
He's getting some tough yardage. You got a couple.
Yeah, you got a couple. Wyatt Payne, one of the toughest players on this team, Steve. We
he
admire
really
him
is.
every game. Even if he only gets 4 or 5 carries, we always admire the work he puts in.
Right, and he's a complete player, too. He plays offense and defense. I talked to him before the game last week, and a nice kid, nice young man.
Yep, for sure. And
look out.
Oh no. And it was dropped, but it was almost intercepted on a tip by the defensive end, and I did not catch the player.
That was very dangerous. Whoa. It was tipped at the
that was number 10.
As Max tried to throw it.
I think that was Ryan Piscatani for Rootstown. Almost he got his hand on the ball, which flipped it up. And I think one of their players almost did come up with it. But
right, it went up in the air, and it's kind of lucky. They dodged a bullet there, but it's 3rd and 6 now from the 29 with 2.5 to play.
And, third and 7 upcoming. Conneaut's just going to hand this one off up the middle to Zach Rice. Zach lunges forward. He gets a couple, but it'll bring up 4th and 3, we'll say.
Of course, they'll have to punt this out, I would think.
I would hope, but they look like they're lined up. I don't think Rootstown's fallen for it.
Or they're trying to draw them off sides.
Well, that's what I mean. But I think they look like they're planted because they know that they're not going to. They're not going to run this play. maybe you just snap it real quick and catch them. you know, like some of those trick plays that the Browns ran. They just.
Oh, they call a timeout with 1 second left on the play clock. Okay.
He tried though. He tried.
I'm sure Rocco's talking to his players about who to kick it to and who not to kick it to.
Yeah, exactly.
This could be a dangerous play here.
Exactly. You want to kick it deep because you definitely got to get it as far back as possible, but letting them return it is also dangerous.
Your speed guy's got to get down there for Conneaut.
Yeah.
Because if Kuntz got it, yeah,
he got it.
He's
a wise guy. He's got it.
He got it. What a fool.
Yeah.
If he gets it,
yeah,
they could be in danger there. Because open field, Kuntz is quite a runner.
Exactly. 1:44 left to go in the first quarter, and you just gotta keep this one safe. And nobody's back.
Well, Sperlin's back there, so he'll probably punt.
No one's back for Rootstown though. To return it.
Okay.
Oh, finally someone's going back. That's 26.
Dawson Morgan, yes.
Yep, he was the original return guy.
Let's get off a good punt here, Bryce.
Good
Look
kicking
out.
today, and that's
not bad.
Not bad. It's a high kick.
Take it on the 35.
Yep, Dawson's got a good return going.
Out.
He's past midfield.
Excellent return.
Troy Turner with a stop for Conneaut, and
First and 10, Rootstown at the Spartans 45.
Well, about a minute and a half. Oh,
yeah. No, you're good.
Minute and a half play here in the first period. Conneaut up 14-0. First and 10 for Rootstown at the Conneaut 45.
Yep, and they got good field position again. Unfortunately, They're just getting a lot of chunk yardage on those kick returns. And Kuntz getting the run.
Whoa.
He's hit once and finally dragged down. That was, I think that was Bryce with the big hit down low.
Yes, it was.
And Bryce is a big guy, I mean, he's over 6 foot, so I mean.
190.
Yeah. I think the thing is, my dad was kind of questioning how big Coney Kuntz is because, I mean, he's listed at 5'10", 190. I mean, he doesn't look 5'10".
No, I think he's shorter than that.
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, their quarterback, DeAngelis, is 6'4",
right.
So it's kind of hard to get a good gauge. And another handoff to Kuntz, and he's hit by a wall of players.
Good defense on that. Good line play.
Yep, and Jaden Anderson's helmet comes off.
He's okay.
He's coming off the field. He looks a little shaken up, but he's all right. Scotty Edwards and Moses Schwartz with the stop.
Ball at the 35 of the Spartans. First down, Rootstown.
Boy, he is a tall quarterback.
Yes, he is. I mean, you kind of wonder when he's going to run the ball.
Right.
And a handoff to Kuntz, and off the right tackle, he gets a few. I mean, definitely with that speed burst. I mean, he always seems to get a few.
He's got that initial burst of speed, and he's not averaging 11 yards a carry tonight, but you got to be very, very wary of him, though.
Yeah.
He's got a great burst of speed when he gets the ball.
Because he's got the breakaway speed that you can get 50, 70, 80-yard gains with him. And here's a pitch out.
There's the sweep.
And he's dragged down by his waistband by Bryce Sperlin was in on that stop.
Yes, he was.
Bryce is playing a great game tonight. Zach Rice also was in on it. That's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 3 for Rootstown. And that ends the first quarter, though, as a big-time 3rd and 3 play upcoming for Rootstown. Stick around after this brief timeout on 1360 WOW Sports. Yeah.
Okay.
And Rootstown third down. Looks like Kuntz gets the first down, but
yes, he does.
No
Move
doubt.
the chains again.
No doubt about it on 3rd and 3. He got maybe 5. They keep moving the ball here really well.
Kuntz is gobbling up the yards on this offensive series. 4 yards here, 5 yards there.
And first down and 10 for Rootstown, and they're going to throw it on their first pass. It's a screen out to number 10. He gets quite a few yards on that one on the far sideline.
Ryan Piscatani.
Yep. Oof. There you go, Steve, or Chuck.
I think he chopped that name up.
But,
there's no O
yeah.
on an E.
And I think it was Aiden Davison with the stop for Conneaut. That was a great play by him. But it's 2nd and short, so about 9-yard gain that was for Rootstown on the first pass. And this is
fumble again, they recovered.
And another fumble on a bad snap, and Kuntz dropped the ball, and no doubt about it, Conneaut fell on it. That's Jaden Anderson, I believe, that got the ball. That was
yes, it is. Yeah, Jaden Anderson.
Jaden Anderson comes up with it. It was an exchange between Kuntz and Piscatani, and I think it was Piscatani, and just a drop ball, and that's it. Conneaut Spartans again, and Rootstown, despite them being very productive, do not score on this drive again, Steve. How about that?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Kudos to the defense of the Spartans. The whole game. And now they've got the ball. Let's go offense, 1st and 10 at their own 18.
They got to be frustrated for sure, and just keep the pressure on them.
Sure.
And first down again. And
he's going to overthrow everybody on that one. He was looking for, of course, he was looking for Zach.
Yeah, Zach going
Rice.
deep. And I mean, Zach is fast, but you gotta also work on your connection with some of your other wideouts. I gave a lot of credit.
I agree.
To Larry Ham. Made a couple connections last week. You got to work on that connection more and more as time goes. You don't have Caden Heinly out there. That's definitely one sad thing to see, unfortunately, that you don't have him at wideout. But 2nd and 10 upcoming. Ball's at the. If you're just joining us, it's 14-0 Conneaut. Ball's at the 18-yard line. Conneaut just came up with another big-time fumble recovery.
We sure did.
And 2nd down, and it's handoff to Zach Rice. Zach punches it up the middle for a few.
Darren Christine carrying his block about 5-10 yards down the field.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Not giving an inch.
You got to play physical against this line. It's all going to be about the battle on the line because Kuntz is moving the ball really well. You got to just get in the trenches, and this game's that's where it's going to be won and lost.
Right.
So 3rd and 7, we'll say, upcoming.
Yeah, from their own 20.
Yep.
Big play coming here.
Max Gleason at shotgun with Zach Rice to his left hip, 2 wide left, 1 wide right, and he's got Larry Ham.
Yes!
He's got Larry Ham wide open.
Larry Ham!
He's booking it downfield, and Larry Ham's going to be forced to the sideline and finally wrapped up by number 25, but Larry Ham caught that one, and that was by far the biggest pass play of the season for Conneaut.
55 yards.
By far the biggest play Larry's been involved in and the biggest pass connection we've had for Conneaut passing the ball. Steve, unbelievable.
6 feet, 4-inch Larry Ham with a 55-inch, 55-yard pass
55-inch reception.
Yeah.
They totally blown coverage on that one.
Yeah.
No one in the middle. No
right.
one picked up Larry Ham on a very basic slant pattern.
These coaches are picking that up, Ben. They're picking up these weaknesses in their defense.
Yeah.
I love it.
And a handoff on a draw play to Zach Rice. And he gets quite a few.
He gets about 5.
55 for Rootstown. Kyle Kuharic.
Kuharic, yeah.
Yeah.
2nd and 5.
I butchered that one.
I butchered enough tonight.
Yeah.
I should talk. Who cares?
Yeah.
2nd and 5 from the 20. Spartans on the move.
And another handoff to Zach Rice. Zach
Oh,
Rice
he
breaks
dodges.
another tackle.
Oh, look at this.
Zach,
what a run.
Another first down and great shake and bake for Zach Rice.
That's right. He's a shake and baker.
Yep, and that first down brought to you by Conneaut Dairy Queen. Remember, the blizzard of the month is pumpkin pie and cinnamon roll center. Or enjoy one of Dairy Queen's great signature snack burgers. And we'll always see you at the Conneaut Dairy Queen. Of course, remember to pick up ice cream cakes for the all your September and October birthdays as well.
You're making me hungry.
Oh, of course I am. That's the whole point. But first down and goal.
First and goal at the 7.
Yep. Conneaut's now they're in business again. And a high snap, but Max is going to keep this one.
Right up the middle, he scores. No flags on the play. Max Gleason, my man.
Yep.
Way to go, guys.
Yep, and excellent on him.
You know, you think by this time, Rootstown defense would pick up on what he's doing. He's going right up the middle.
Yep.
And he scored on that one.
Yeah, I mean, Max has been so successful. Last year, Kiefer Mandangelo was really successful as well with it. And, you know, it's just insane that it's still working for us against a really good Rootstown team. But
Bryce Sperlin.
Bryce again with a
It's
nice strong kick.
Right down the middle.
Bryce is kicking very well tonight, and he's also playing great defense and everything tonight for Conneaut. It's an all-around success story for Conneaut. 21-0 with 9:13 left to go in the second quarter. Early in the second, Steve, no one thought that it was going to be this blowout already, and a shutout. I mean, it's only through a quarter and a half, but
wasn't that good?
Yeah.
He didn't put it on the scoreboard.
I saw him signal it. It looked like it was.
He's got 20-0. I thought it was good.
Oh, thought he signaled it.
Yeah, okay, it's on the scoreboard now. I thought it was good. 21-0, 9:13.
We're keeping
play.
the score guys, you know, honest here.
I was getting a little shaky there for a second.
Yep, we gotta make sure everything's on the up and up for Conneaut. But no one expected this, Steve. As far as
21-0 lead.
21-0
in the first half,
and no touchdowns for Cody Kuntz and the Rootstown Rovers. I mean,
2 key fumbles by Rootstown.
Yeah, I mean,
deep in their own
deep in their territory.
In Conneaut's territory.
And then
wow.
And that touchdown brought to you by Conneaut Savings Bank. Stop and ask about online and mobile banking. Online makes banking transactions fast and easy.
Short
CSB
kick.
and Conneaut and Austinburg, and it's a short kick.
Well, they're keeping it away from Cody Kuntz, that's for sure.
Well, you got to. I mean,
yeah.
You're not going to, just because you got a 3-touchdown lead, you're not going to just be cocky here and just start kicking it wherever you want.
That's right. And that's something, a good point, because even though we're happy and everything, and they got a 3-touchdown lead, that could change in a second.
Well, because Cody Kuntz is such a playmaker.
He's a dangerous player.
Yeah, he can take it 70 yards to the house.
Just like that.
Just like that, and then it's only 21-7. So you're never safe. But
that's right.
And they did connect for a pass play. It was just a little screen pass from DeAngelis, but they definitely, with him, it seems like they have some ability to throw the ball. So. It's not totally over, but you got to.
Yeah, but it's sure nice to be up by 3 touchdowns.
It's nice to have this kind of a lead like this early, and I just never expected from this Rootstown team that beat us very handily in 2017, 33-0. It's a totally different team for both sides. That was Mike Williams when we went down there for us. I mean, that was a good Conneaut team.
Mike Williams was a great running, probably one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, Johnny Appleby was one of our linemen, but they rolled us. That we had no offensive production. It's the opposite of tonight's story, for right now at least. And screen pass again to Piscatani, and he picks up quite a few.
He does.
On a kind of a slant and go a little bit. Kind of came inside, then back out to the far sideline. He got at least 5. Bringing up a 2nd and 5, we'll call it. Rootstown has it at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, he got more yards than I thought he would on that pass. Didn't look like much of a play, but he gained 4.
Yep. And 2nd and 5, and Cody Kuntz, big-time run, trying to fight for every inch that he can get. He gets about 3, maybe 2 or 3. Ty Covill with a stop. Ty is just just a maniac on defense again tonight. And
along with Scotty Edwards.
Join us as well, too, after our halftime recap. We're going to play a quick interview we had at 1360 WOW Sports with Ty Covill last week. So,
okay.
Yeah. It's really interesting. Really good young man.
Yes, he is. Good ball player.
Yep, and he had a lot of good things to say about his players. And 3rd and 3, and Kuntz gets the first down by a country mile. And he takes it all the way past midfield to about the 48, we'll call it. Troy Turner with the stop for Conneaut, but Rootstown just trying to take, that's what they should have been doing, is trying to just take the chunk yardage plays and not try to take it all the way to the house every time. And first down, Kuntz only takes it a couple, and he's dragged down by Jaden Anderson. Pulled down by his ankles.
Yeah, they're just going to give it to Kuntz every play.
Yeah, and
he's gaining 2, 3, 4 yards at a crack, Ben.
Yeah, but you know what, too? They've slowed down offensively ever since they fumbled it twice. They've slowed down their plays a little bit. Give them a little bit more breathing room. And on second down, he's throwing it, and he does complete it. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's holding. I'm going to say it's holding. Yep, it is.
It's a break for Conneaut.
Yeah, it was a first down for sure on a pass play.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
The call is against Conneaut.
It's against Conneaut.
It's a personal foul.
I think even Rootstown thought it was against them. Right. But, okay.
Well, it's a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one on top of the gain that they already had. So that takes it all the way up to the 21.
Wow.
Personal foul. I mean, I totally missed who it was. We'll have to go back to the replay. But 1st and 10, Rootstown from the 21, and this is a handoff to Kuntz. He's got the far sideline, plenty of room to move. He's hit hard, but I think he gets the first down. Going left to right on your radio dial. And, yep, first down.
How did they move them? I'm still trying to figure that out. How they moved on that penalty.
That much. It was a personal foul.
But they moved the ball. It seemed like they moved it up about 25 yards.
Yeah. Well, it might have been in addition to, you know what I mean? They got the 10 yards for the first down, and then it would have been 15 more after that.
Right.
You know, so 2nd and goal. The ball's at the 9. They only got a yard there on that play up the middle. But Cody Kuntz they're going to try to finally get their first score tonight. They're knocking on the door again.
Well, you know who he's going to.
Barring any mistakes.
There he goes.
And Cody Kuntz, he's tackled though, and they're really trying to lay the hit on him, lay the boom, so to speak.
Yeah, make him fumble again.
Yeah, lay the boom and try to make him drop it. I mean, he's already prone to a couple, and he's got to have that on his mind. Wyatt Payne with a big-time tackle there, and it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line, and you really got it. You got 2 plays here, Steve, to shut him out again.
Yeah.
And this is where Conneaut's defense has been successful tonight, but you got to really knuckle down and stop Cody Kuntz.
On the 4, 3rd and 4, 3rd and goal.
They may even pass it. No, they go to Cody again.
And he's in for the score.
Cody's in for the score, and it's touchdown. Rootstown Rovers, their first touchdown tonight, making it 21-6. Conneaut with still a good-sized lead with 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
I'll tell you this. I don't think he's 5'10", 190.
Yeah,
Cody Kuntz.
It seems like a little bit more than what I would say. I was thinking like 5'8", maybe like 170.
Right. It doesn't make any difference. He's still tough.
Yeah, he's still very quick. Ooh, and low kick by number 4.
No good.
It went too low, and they don't get that one. So Will McEwen misses that one for Rootstown.
Oh.
So I wonder, Steve, if they'll go for that one again. I wonder with that kick, it just didn't have a chance, unfortunately. Not enough lift.
Well, let's hope he doesn't have another chance to do it.
Yep, exactly. And they answered right back though pretty quickly, and they're just trying to be a lot safer with the ball there. Taking up to 21-6. The Spartan lead brought to you by your Conneaut Dairy Queen. Remember, the blizzard of September is pumpkin pie, and also you have cinnamon roll center. Or enjoy, of course, our delicious stack burgers on their wonderful brazier menu. Keith and the family is always really accommodating. And enjoy their delicious drive-thru or their dining room at your local Conneaut DQ. Great sponsor for Conneaut Spartans Football, and we love having them.
He's one of the nicest persons you'll ever meet in this town.
Oh, Keith? Yeah.
Keith, yes.
Yes, he is.
And his wife, too.
Yep.
And his son.
And
who's going to take over the business.
Yeah, exactly.
Jake,
It's a solid family business.
Sure
everyone's
is.
involved in it, and they're just a great group. Yeah,
They
for
are.
sure. Got to give them all credit.
Well, DeAngelis is kicking. Or no.
No, that's 60.
Excuse me.
Is that 60?
Hutton Krieger.
And a different guy kicking for Rootstown.
He's 6'4", too.
Oh, and dropped it again. Oh, boy. And Wyatt Payne had a little bit of a botched recovery and catch, and doesn't get much on that one, Steve. Unfortunately, maybe a couple.
Well, at least he didn't fumble it.
Yep. He tried to pick it up a little quickly and then almost dropped it again, and maybe lunged forward for a couple yards, and that's where they'll start as the 20. They're going to mark it at the 21, so that's where Conneaut will take over, but they've had a ton of success so far. They haven't been stopped so far offensively. They've not been denied the end zone so far. So we will see if we can make it 4 straight drives for Conneaut's offense. Wyatt Payne and Zach Rice and Max Gleason having great success, and a great connection from Max Gleason to Larry Ham, too.
Oh, that was a great play.
1st and 10 on the 21, and a fake, and Max is dropping back to pass, and he's got, in
Wyatt
the flat
Payne.
there, he's got Wyatt Payne. And it's completed, and they're going to mark him out. Probably got about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, I'd say about 5 yards, yeah.
Brian
bad.
Young for the stop for Rootstown. Brian Youngblood. 2nd and 6 for Conneaut.
5:49 left in the first half. Conneaut leading 21-6.
Max Gleason in shotgun with Zach Rice on his right hip, 3 wide right, and he's just going to hand it off to
Nice cut.
Yeah, Zach, and a nice cut back left and right,
Oh.
and he's shaking and baking, Steve, as he's been
look
shaking
out.
and baking all night.
Whoa, there's a flag.
Wow. What happened there?
There's a flag. I think it's going to go against Zach. Guess he got caught second. There's a little pushing and shoving
I missed it, but
with, I think it was Brian Youngblood.
well, you can't do that. I mean, you just got the first down, and
No, there was some jawing, and Wyatt kind of pushed him. Didn't swing or hit him, but I think they're going to
yeah,
get it
personal foul.
on him.
Personal foul on Conneaut.
Yeah.
You're moving backwards after you just got the first down. It's terrible.
Yeah, that was that's something you didn't want to do.
Yeah, and Zach Rice is on the sideline now. He's coming back out, but Rocco's going to talk to him a little bit. He's going to make him sit out maybe at least a play here. And checking in is Thad Huya for Conneaut. And it's a spread offense with Wyatt Payne as the lone back on Max's right hip. And a high snap, and this one's a handoff to Wyatt Payne, rather. And a big burst of speed. He looked like Cody Kuntz with that big burst.
Very nice, right off tackle, and gets the first down. Nice run by Wyatt.
Yep, and he looked like a very dominant runner there. And you might, if Wyatt gets hot, I mean, you could just stick with him. Nice pickup, and he almost got the first down. 2nd and short.
He's taking a break now.
Ball's at the 34-yard line, and this one's a handoff to Zach. Zach just plunges through the front.
For a couple.
And he gets a couple. I think it's a first down. Conneaut, after we were concerned there that we weren't going to get the first down, he finally gets it. Conneaut Spartans first down. That one brought to you by Chris Breck, State Farm Insurance. Ask about bundling your insurance coverage and saving money. Call 593-1191. Chris Breck, State Farm, here to help life go right.
First and 10 Spartans
And
from their own 38.
I can appreciate the trying to intimidate him a little bit, Steve. Trying to keep him on
look
their
out.
heels.
Oh, look out. Look out, Max.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
Big time.
Oh, he was pounded. It was a high snap.
And he
we're
pretty much lost it.
Thankful he didn't lose it.
Yeah, he almost lost it. That was 54 with the blitz just coming in for the hit. That's Brian Youngblood again, who's a sophomore.
Yeah, he's been in on a lot of plays. Wow. Max really took a hit on that.
Second down for the Spartans.
4 minutes left to play in the first half. Spartans 2nd and 18 now from their 29.
And this is a keeper by Gleason.
Fake to Rice again. Went off the left tackle. Got a few, but this is a big first down, a third down now.
Yeah, third down upcoming. Third and long. It's probably 14 to get to first down territory. The ball's at the 32.
It'd be nice if they could get the first down, run out the clock. Use that clock. 3:20 now and counting.
Yep, exactly. And, you got the clock probably against you because if you punt it away, they might have enough time left for another score.
Right. Well,
and
look at
Max
this.
Gleason, big-time run.
And he got the first down.
He falls forward to get the Conneaut Spartans first down.
No flags. That's what we needed. Run this clock. Keep this clock running.
I got to say, Max Gleason is, we gave him Derek Quinn Player of the Game honors for that big-time overtime win against Western Reserve.
Right, yeah.
Because the main thing is about Max, he keeps his head on his shoulders. I mean, he's always very calm. Oh, man, we got a Conneaut Spartan.
Injury timeout here.
Down here. Is that?
Number, is that? I can't get the number.
50, I think it's Darren.
Christine?
Could be Darren.
Well, we need him.
I think it is. No, it's hard to read those gold numbers.
Is.
Yeah, but I think it is Darren. He was fine. It looked like right after the play, and then he just kind of had to go down and fall on one hip. I think one of his legs is bothering him. He's drinking a lot of water. Maybe he's just got a cramp.
Yeah.
And he gets up just fine himself. Yeah, that is Darren Christine.
Yeah.
Maybe you give him a little bit of a break.
Cramper got the wind knocked out of him, something, but he's back. He's not leaving, so he's in the game.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, and maybe Conneaut needed a little bit of a break too. I don't know.
He's gonna sit out now for a play or two probably.
Okay, that's all right. I would just
seems to be fine.
I would just rest him at least this half and then get him back out there for third quarter. First down on that huge Max Gleason run, and the ball's at the 48 of Rootstown territory now. They're back in business with under 3 minutes left to go in the half. And Max Gleason from shotgun, he hands it off to Zach, who loses a few right out of the gate. And Zach is down. He's looking like he hurt his leg or something immediately.
Hit by Cody Kuntz, and Zach is down.
I mean,
it was a clean hit, but
yeah, I didn't really see how bad it was, other than it looked like he just reached out.
Wow.
And his leg, definitely something with his leg. It's his right ankle, hopefully. If that's not hopefully, but right ankle possibly. If looks like that's what the trainer's looking at. He's not happy right now. He's very uncomfortable.
Let's hope it's nothing serious, but we'll find out. He does appear to be in some discomfort. That's for sure. 2:46 left here in the first half. Conneaut up 21-6 over the Rootstown Rovers.
Yeah, and it's a right.
Oh, he's hobbling off.
It's like the right ankle. Looks like.
Isn't that the same ankle he injured in the first game at Edgewood?
I think so.
Sprained.
Sprained it, but he ended up finishing the game.
He's not putting any weight on it.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he was just in immediate pain, like right after the tackle. And there was no remorse at all by Cody Kuntz laying that hit.
Well, it was a clean hit. I mean, it wasn't dirty or anything.
No, but he got up and he just looked at him and was like, yeah, I just laid you out there. So.
Well, let's hope it's nothing serious, but he does not look like he
it's
going to
another
return soon.
Two injuries back-to-back for Conneaut, and they probably will not return the rest of the half at least. And handoff to Wyatt Payne. Up the middle, Wyatt Payne.
Middle. Way to go, Wyatt.
Wyatt Payne, first down or close to
Very
first
close.
down.
About a yard short, maybe.
Okay. But great, Wyatt Payne. Wyatt Payne wants those carries definitely, and he's going to get a little bit more volume tonight for sure. Just with that Zach Rice injury, no doubt about it. Even if Zach comes back, and handoff again to Wyatt. Wyatt's hit immediately. Oh, and the ball came out after the fact. Are they gonna call it down, or are they just?
Oh, they're giving it to Rootstown. I think he was down.
It looked like it was forward progress. I mean, it was he was upright standing for a while.
I disagree with that call.
Coach is going to talk about that too. Like, as far as just he had forward progress and he kept going, and then the ball came out at least 2 seconds after the first hit, maybe 3. So that was something, definitely.
It's 2:10 now. They've got 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Rootstown to play.
Yeah, Conneaut's got to just
they're
hunker
offensive.
down. Yeah.
So they're on the 40.
Hunker down, but play real tight. And a screen pass. That's the number 81 on the near sideline.
Chris Cooper.
And Chris Cooper gets the tackle. And they thought he was going to keep.
No, Chris Cooper.
Yeah, for Rootstown.
Rootstown caught it.
Yeah. And the tackle by Moses Schwartz and Max Gleason to push him out of bounds. He got about 4, maybe 5 on that one. Bringing up second, but he did get out of bounds, so the clock did stop on that screen pass. Got to keep the intensity up for Conneaut. And another drop back and that one's completed again to Nero. And Nero's got a big gain, and he's going to keep going. And he's hit a couple times.
Wow.
And finally stopped way down at about the 25-yard line. Ethan Osborne.
30-yard gain. That hurt.
Ty Covill also down there for Conneaut.
Oh, that's a big play. Big play.
Well, they're catching us off guard because we haven't seen them pass much. I mean, so they're not really rolling with Cody Kuntz, but we're playing really lax on passing. I mean, we're giving them like, 7, 8.
Too much room.
7, 8 yards right off the line. And
Kuntz.
That's Cody Kuntz.
Hit right away by.
Yep. That was, I think, Ethan Osborne.
Darren Christine.
Oh, Darren Christine's back in, so that's a nice relief for Conneaut.
Oh, he hit him right away. Darren did.
Wrapped him right up by the shoelaces. Second down and long for Rootstown.
Loss of 3.
Loss of 3. They got 1:28 left to go, and it's
Another
a straight pass.
Oh, and he dropped it.
And dropped, but it's a dead ball. I think Conneaut was hoping for another break. But third down and 13 upcoming. The drop pass to
Piscatani.
Yep.
Oh, man. They got to let this clock run. You don't want him to score going into the locker room with all the incentive.
And, third and 13 upcoming. And they got 2 plays, obviously. With the short amount of time, they're probably going to go for it on both plays. And another pass play on a fake pump. And
a lot of pressure, a lot of pressure.
And
they got him, a nice big sack.
And that was, who was that for Conneaut? Was that
Jaden Anderson?
Jaden Anderson, who we knew was going to need to be a big presence defensively. Jaden Anderson flexing for Conneaut, and big-time sack to stop Rootstown from scoring, at least right now. 4th and 20, under a minute left. Steve, do you go for it here if you're Rootstown?
Oh, of course.
You just go for it and hurl one out there? You need 20 to get a first down, and you're sitting at the 35-yard line.
Well, Kuntz is going to be involved in this play.
Yeah, I think they're just going to run the clock down, but they may try. They may try to just get one off to get something, you know. And who called timeout?
Timeout, Rootstown.
Rootstown finally called timeout. So they ran the clock down to 35.8 in the half, but they will try one last play, obviously, based on the timeout.
It's going to be interesting.
Yep.
It's going to be very interesting here.
And, 21-6. Conneaut still in the lead. Darren Christine back in already, but Zach Rice is I don't see him, actually. Do you see him?
Yeah, he's right down there in front of us.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay.
Has ice on his right foot, I think.
Yep.
It's hard to see him
through
these people, but
he's got a trainer with him, so at least Darren Christine's back in to help on the front end. We know from game one, we know that Wyatt Payne can shoulder the load, but you just gotta change it up a little bit too. You gotta have more than one guy. So Ty Covill may see some time if Zach doesn't come back in, but we will see. And 4th and 20, and DeSantis is going to drop back, or DeAngelis is going to drop back, and he does complete it to number
Kuntz?
22, Cody Kuntz.
Cody Kuntz, yeah.
Who gets it? He got about 5 yards maybe on that one, but it'll be first down. With 28.4 left, Conneaut will have a fresh set of downs, and a nice stop by Conneaut. That stop, and reminding you about the halftime recap, brought to you by Conneaut Save-A-Lot Food Store. Not lower quality, just the lowest prices. T-bone steaks, $3.99 a pound. Boneless Delmonico steaks, $5.99 a pound. Whole chickens, $1.99 a pound.
Oh, better.
Conneaut Save-A-Lot, West Main Road, chuck roast as well, $4.99 a pound. Savings all through the weekend. Stop in now and save a lot.
Yeah, they're going to take a knee now, Conneaut, with 25 seconds left. They'll run out the clock.
Yep.
And that'll do it. So Conneaut up 21-6 at halftime. What a shocker.
Yeah, and they got Bryce Berlin trying to keep the momentum up for Conneaut. And, we have had all the momentum through a quarter and a half, Steve. But
yes.
But this is, by the way, the Conneaut Save-A-Lot halftime recap brought to you by Conneaut Save-A-Lot Food Store. Not lower quality, just the lowest prices. And we had momentum all through the first quarter and a half, Steve, and then that last half of the second quarter, we lost it a bit. 2 injuries, and finally let up the first touchdown for Rootstown on just really safe play calls, and a little bit of passing as well mixed in there for DeAngelis. And Cody Kuntz broke out for quite a bit, but we kept him contained. I mean, he probably only got about 50 yards maybe, or 75 yards maybe, roughly. So that is pretty good. I don't know if Artemis has any good stats, but definitely we'll try to get something concrete. This will definitely be an upset. A good point too, as well. Made. This will definitely be an upset if we're managed to actually win this one with a 21-6 lead. 2 touchdowns and an extra point are separating us from Rootstown. They are starting to build some of that momentum right at the end of the second quarter, and Cody Kuntz really is starting to get his bearings under him a little bit. Yeah, I kind of wonder. It was the big mistakes that really cost Rootstown quite a bit, and the aggressive fumbles, play calls.
Now, I just noticed Zach Rice on the sidelines putting weight on his right ankle.
Yeah, you can't push it too much. I think you got to take the whole halftime to kind of rest. And
right,
at least you got that time,
Well, it's doubtful, based on what I see. He's probably re-sprained it again. I think it's doubtful he'll be back, but maybe he will. Hopefully he will. We'll see.
Exactly, and and if you get him out there at all, it's not going to be much for sure. But you got a 21-6 lead, and they've moved the ball really well offensively. Oh, okay. But they moved the ball really well offensively, and they've just managed quite a bit as far as great play calling by Coach Rocco. And you got to just keep that intensity up and the bold play calling, and they've really managed. they've really managed this game really well with play calling. I'll say I got to give a lot of credit to Coach Rocco with the play calling. I mean, that onside kick that caught him napping, I mean, was really the game changer there. We scored back-to-back touchdowns for Conneaut, and Rootstown was unsure what to do. And then we were putting the pressure on him even more. And then 2 fumbles, one by Cody Kuntz, and then the exchange from Cody Kuntz to Piscatani. And that was deep in the red zone. So it could be a tie game if all said and done, because they fumbled it in the red zone twice, Steve, which is kind of crazy. It could be 21-20, hypothetically, if they made the other 2 extra points.
That's
but
right.
those 2 fumbles were huge for Conneaut. And Cody Kuntz definitely is their main guy, but also DeAngelis was throwing it with some efficiency, and I think Conneaut has to keep some pressure on those wideouts. They were giving him way too much room to be able to pass the ball right off the line for those screen passes. I think they don't have a lot of ability to throw deep, but they definitely can throw these little button hooks and little screen passes.
I agree. If there's any weakness that I've seen with Conneaut, I love the play calling. I love the defense. They had several takeaways from Rootstown, but if there was any weakness, something that we'd like to see change, just what you said. Watch the wideouts a little tighter because they will pass and they will be successful, Rootstown. So, yeah, don't play them so far apart, maybe, and see if that can improve somewhat.
Exactly.
Because they, all in all, they've done a good job on Cody Kuntz, in my opinion.
Exactly. I agree with that. And, they've held him in check. I mean, under 100 yards for sure on so far on the half.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say closer to probably 60 to 70 maybe. But the 2 fumbles are going to definitely come back to bite them if they lose the game. So 21-6, yeah.
I'm going to go, excuse me, I'm going to go away and get some stats here. See.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah, so overall great offensive production, though, for Conneaut, and 3 touchdowns. Max Gleason with a couple as well, and Zach Rice putting it in. And a great connection from Max Gleason to Larry Ham, like a 55-yard catch and run for Larry Ham. And he wasn't really sure what to do with it almost when he got the ball downfield. No one was on him, so he had tons of open field to run. But Larry Ham, great hands, and no one picked him up right over the middle. And, a little bit more from that for Conneaut passing-wise. They were very aggressive passing the ball, and they need to keep up with that going into the second half, even though they're up 2 scores. And thank you. I want to thank a couple of our listeners as well. Tamia Martin, thank you, Tamia, always joining in on 1360 WOW Sports, 102.9 FM, and WOW TV. And Vince Allen, thank you for all the credit you're giving us, and I appreciate it. And we're just here for you folks, and trying to make you as happy and satisfied as you can be, even though you couldn't be here. So.
That's right. Hope you enjoy the game, and hope you enjoy the call, and keep joining in. We really appreciate it. Do have some stats. Kuntz, who before this game was averaging 11 yards a carry, has carried the ball 16 times for 74 yards. So maybe 4.5 yards a carry. So they've really controlled him, Ben.
Yes, exactly.
And for Conneaut, leading the way is Max Gleason, with 9 carries for 52 yards.
Oh, exactly. And
so 5+. So he's averaging more per carry than Cody Kuntz. So they really control. Well,
I said 60
they kept in check. Like
I said 60 to 70. So that's pretty close.
That's right.
And Max Gleason is really the big heartbeat of the offense tonight. Really, I mean, Zach Rice has been great, but Max carried the ball quite a bit for 52 yards, like you said, and that big connection to Larry Ham for 55.
Exactly.
Passing the ball. And I said, Steve, that despite us having a 2-touchdown lead, we got to keep that aggression up. We're going to get the ball back to start the third quarter, and we got to keep that aggression up going into it and pass the ball. And
with Zach Rice out, Wyatt Payne and Max, they really got to step it up even more. They've already done a fine job, but it looks like, it really looks like we don't have any information on Zach Rice, his injury.
Exactly.
But he was limping on the side, and it appeared to be his right ankle, one he injured in the first game against Edgewood. So Wyatt Payne really has got to step it up, and he's done a fine job. He will. Max Gleason's done a great job. The wideouts have done, everybody's done a fine job. The defense, the offense, very few mistakes. All the guys are doing their jobs, and it's going to be a very interesting second half, Ben.
Yep. And we'll take this brief timeout. That was your Conneaut Save-A-Lot halftime recap. And we'll actually play you like a little insider clip, a Spartan Insider, that we have with Matt Jarvie and actually Ty Covill here on 1360 WOW Sports. Just stick around for this exciting clip, Spartan Insider. And we'll come back after that for scores around the league after this brief timeout.
Hi, this is Spartan Insider Update here. With me right now is the Dairy Queen player of the game 2 weeks ago against Western Reserve, against the Blue Devils. And last week he had a great game against the Columbiana Clippers. It's Ty Covill. Ty, thanks for stopping by and talking with us.
What's up?
Oh, pretty good. I just was wondering, you've really excelled, and it seems like you've become like a 1-2 combo punch on defense with Wyatt and you together teaming up.
Yeah, me and Wyatt, we've really been just working together. We've worked in the off-season a lot together, and we just have that chemistry, and we're just showing what we worked out for.
Yeah. And you guys been like since summer, working out in the weight room and all that, and has that really paid off, the strength training?
Oh, it's paid off tremendously. It's really excelled my game. It's easy to get off blocks. I'm faster. I'm stronger. It's just a lot. I'm mentally tougher from it.
Yeah. But so far this year, has it been what you expected in your preparation? Sometimes you don't know because there's so many unknowns that are out there. But you've been around long enough and remember the other guys, what they went up against. So were you kind of curious or pleasantly surprised how things are turning around?
Well, I wasn't really happy with the Edgewood come out, but other than that, I'm really proud of our team. We've really became close. Our chemistry's good. We're working together. We're moving the ball. We're stopping them on defense. Barely anybody's getting first downs on us. We're stopping teams at goal lines.
Right.
We're just having a great season overall so far.
Yeah, and that's true, too. I remember Coach saying that early on. He said, Matt, I think our strength is going to be on the line.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Yeah, our offensive line, I'd say, is probably one of the best in the county. We can move that ball so well. Zach's back there. He has gaps that semi-trucks can drive through.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Really is. Another thing that developed, too, was the ninth graders that came up that were linemen. I know the coach was kind of grooming. Jaden Anderson is one of them now.
Jaden, Dylan,
Dylan.
Gavin Nesbitt. They're really becoming big keys of our team.
They really are. I mean, Jaden, we made the Dairy Queen player of the game. He spends a lot of time in the backfield as a sophomore.
He does. Yeah, I think he's leading our so far the county in sacks and tackles for loss right now. So he's doing tremendously. I'm really proud of him.
Yeah. Ty, thanks for stopping by and talking with us. You're the Dairy Queen player of the game here on week number 3. So look forward to seeing you the rest of the season.
Well, thank you for having me.
Lake Effect Media and Spartan Nation present Conneaut Spartans Football on WOW TV, 1360 AM and WOW 102.9, and always free. Brought to you by your great Spartan sponsors, Conneaut Dairy Queen. Enjoy lunch, dinner, or a cool treat soon at your Conneaut DQ. Chris Breck State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right. Conneaut Savings Bank, come grow with us in Conneaut and Austinburg. University Hospital, Conneaut Medical Center, advancing the science of health and the art of compassion. Conneaut Save-A-Lot Food Store, not lower quality, just the lowest prices every day. And Gertis Pharmacy, family owned for over 60 years on Main Street, Conneaut.
And we're back at Joslin Field for your Conneaut Spartans. Scores around the league and a little bit of a kind of an inside look on, as we just talked a little bit with Ty Covill. That was an interview between Matt Jarvie and Ty Covill. And a great young man Ty is, and he's really the centerpiece for Conneaut Spartans defense. We give a lot of credit to Jaden Anderson, but Ty Covill makes by far and away the most stops, and he's leading Ashtabula County with tackles. He's definitely up there, and he's been remarkable as far as Conneaut being able to stop offenses with their production and their game plans. And same thing for Rootstown tonight. I mean, a rusher that's got 1,100 yards or over 1,000 yards in 4 games, averaging 11 yards a carry. He's only got 16 carries for 74 yards tonight. I mean, that's still pretty good. But 74 over, yeah, 4.6 yards a carry. So tonight, definitely not the 11 that we were talking about. And it's a great game overall for Ty Covill. This Conneaut Spartans defense, you still can't party until the fat lady sings, but you definitely have all the makings of winning this game, and it would definitely be what Conneaut would say an upset, despite it being at home and it's a whiteout game, and there's a lot of meaning on this game for Conneaut overall. As we talked a little bit about Rootstown, I was just kind of going over a deep dive of Rootstown, Steve, and they're in the Portage Trail Conference.
Right.
They're down there with JFK, who we played a couple years ago. They're a big school, about the same size as Conneaut, but they have a good program, a big program for football, and a lot of money in the program as well. Mogador, Southeast, St. Thomas Aquinas, they're in that Portage Trail group there with those teams. And they're 4-0, tied with Mogador and JFK. So it's actually interesting that they have that. There's a lot of other games as well. Last week we had a lot of other exciting games in that group. East Canton beat Aquinas, so Aquinas is 0-4 on the year. Mogador beat Liberty Benton last week, 33-28. Rootstown beat Pymatuning Valley 48-6, which we knew about. That was last week's game for Rootstown, taking them to 4-0. Southeast beat Minerva. I'm sorry, that's tonight's game. I'm sorry. Covering some of tonight's games that we might have scores on. Like Southeast is at Minerva tonight. Wyndham is at Aquinas, and JFK is at Marlington. And Rootstown, of course, is at Conneaut, so we're definitely excited about that. Going back to 5 years ago, Steve, Rootstown was a phenomenal school. They had a bunch of phenom players, and they went 10-0 in the regular season. They beat us handily, 33-0. And we had a good team, like I mentioned, on our hands. Mike Williams, Johnny Appleby, Brandon Smile, just a great group of guys for Conneaut. And they still beat us handily down there, and it was kind of an interesting place to be in. It was kind of a small town, like wooden bleachers, not like a really over the top school or anything like that, over the top field, but it was a nice program, and they played the ball. They played really well, and a lot of the hometown crowd came out to watch their team play every single week, and that was a great time for Rootstown football. And they went on to make a deep run in that playoff, and they finally lost to Kirkland 17-7, but that was in the 3rd round of the playoffs. So they had a good year, and then in 2018 they had a 9-1 regular season finish, lost in the 1st round to McDonald in the playoff. 2019 they went 7-3 in the regular season, lost to Manchester in the 1st round. And then 2020 with COVID and everything, they took a little bit of a step back, only going 3-6. And it was tough for everyone, for sure, to try to get a program together and get their games scheduled. And then 5-5 last year. So you never know, but starting off 4-0, they want to get back into their dynasty that they used to be in, of being 7-3, 9-1, 10-0. And I think that's where they want to return to their form, Steve. And they're definitely going to come out guns blazing in the second half, for sure.
How far am I on? No.
Yeah.
How far have they gone in the tournaments in past years, Rootstown?
Past years, they've usually been eliminated 1st round, but like I said, they made it to the 3rd round of that 2017 season, and they lost to Kirkland. And they played Kirkland really well. Kirkland beat everybody, you know, and
Sure did.
it was a 17-7 game that was tied throughout the first half, and they finally, you know, Kirkland finally came back to win that second half, and they went on to go real deep in the year. But Rootstown was exceptional that year, and they had a lot of good players on that team.
Do you know if this coach Rootstown has been there for a while, or do you have any information on that?
I don't know what year it's in, but it's Chris Conneaut, who's the head coach, and Mark Conneaut, his brother, who's special teams coordinator. So he's been there for several years. Yes,
Okay.
he has. But I do not know exactly how long. But another couple games that you might be interested in around the league as well. PV they're at 0-4 on the year. They're in our division as well. They're at St. John's tonight, and we'll have to get an update on that one.
That'll be an interesting one.
Cleveland Central Catholic is 0-4 on the year as well. We play them next week.
Next week, right here.
They're at Villa Angela St. Joe's.
Yeah, right.
Northeast is at Jenner McLean. We play them later in the year. Northeast is 0-3 on the year. So just again, I mean, it's you know, a lot of teams we're going to play this year have been mostly struggling, except for Rootstown and maybe Harbor Creek. You know, I mean, at Brooklyn, we're still kind of we're not sure about Brooklyn later in the year as well. We got to travel out there. That's going to be fun. But the Brooklyn Hurricanes, they're at Wycliffe tonight. They're 2-2 on the year. Harbor Creek is 1-2 on the season. They're at Corey. So Corey, we know they had their problems last week. We played them.
Right.
And then Edgewood's at West Geauga tonight. West Geauga, we played them a couple years ago, and they were very, very good.
They usually are. Yes.
So Cash. Fairview lost at Cash as well too. So that's another good one as well too. We'll have to get some scores around the league. Be careful too.
Yeah.
But some scores around the league as you're listening to your Conneaut Spartans marching band. They're excellent to listen to, and they have a great halftime show that you can always catch on 1360 WOW 102.9 FM and WOW TV, of course, as you just watched.
Yeah, they always put on a good show. They're fun to watch.
Yep. Some scores around the league, and we'll dive into some pro games if we have the time. Jefferson over top of Niles at half, 17-14. Cathedral Prep over Solon at half. The Solon Comets 27-0. Hickory from Hermitage, PA, they're over top of Wilmington 14-0. Wilmington just an absolute dynasty year after year. So that'll be really interesting to watch how that unfolds in the second half. Crap. And Grove City over top of Sharon at half, 28-7. Mercier's Prep over top of Northwestern, 21-7.5. Edgewood over West Geauga, 27-0 at half.
Say that again?
Edgewood over top of West Geauga.
Really?
27-0.
Whoa.
And West Geauga, they're 1-3 on the year, so they're not as good
Maybe
as
they
they
lost
used
a lot
to
of
be.
seniors or something.
But still, that is unbelievable. And Edgewood having a great year as well. They're gonna be right up there with us in the standings probably. Kirkland way over top of Geneva Knight, 35-13. Chardon over Mayfield, 17-7. Fort LaBeouf over Fairview so far, 14-0. PV beating up on St. John's, 34-0. That's kind of interesting. Meadville over top of Titusville, 48-0. Riverside over Madison, 38-0. Riverside just keep rolling.
Oh, yeah.
And Sharpsville and Slippery Rock tied up 14-all at half. And Southeast over top of Minerva. They're in that same Portage Trail Conference as well. Southeast on Minerva, 30-0.
Okay.
And Buckeye on a tight one over Valley Forge, 21-20. And Champion over top of LeBray, 27-7 at half. And I think that's all I got. And
okay, we're ready to go here.
Yep.
Ben.
A couple ones as well. The Cleveland Guardians playing the Minnesota Twins in a very tight AL Central division battle. It is 3-0 Minnesota right now,
good.
but it's a 5-game series, which is kind of crazy. The 5-game series, this series,
they're in a makeup game. I think there's one doubleheader for sure.
Tomorrow's a doubleheader.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a 5-game series.
That's a big series.
It's big, and then they play Chicago right after that too.
Right.
So it's a lot of really crucial games down the stretch for the Guardians, and no breaks as well. And the Cleveland Browns, they are playing the Jets at home.
Jets at home.
Yeah.
Yes, their first home game.
Yep.
The Jets have a good defense. They're not one of the top 10 teams, I don't think, but you can't take them lightly.
No, you can't. No, you cannot.
The Rootstown Rovers will be kicking off the second half to our Spartans. Got about a minute left before the referees blow their whistle to get the game started in the second half. Spartans up 21-6 after playing a very, very, very strong first half.
Yep.
Offensively and defensively.
And yeah, this will be exciting second half. And if Zach Rice, he's back on the bench, unfortunately.
Yeah. It doesn't look like he will be playing in the second half because he's away from the team and the trainer is working. Maybe she's taping his ankle and he'll get back. Let's hope so. But we'll keep you posted as we find any information on Zach.
Yeah, and Zach Rice plays really tough linebacker as well too. So
he does.
You're losing a lot, not just the running back, but he is.
Yeah, he's taped up on the right foot. You can see.
Yeah,
he's walking around.
It's definitely tender. You can tell that, but it is the same sprain on the same ankle,
right.
Steve, which really sucks. You know, it's just.
It just never heals. The more you keep playing, and he wants to play. He's a good player. He'll play injured.
Well,
but it just never heals.
He
a sprain does it.
He plays 3 sports too. He's a basketball player and he plays baseball too.
Right.
So. I mean, he's not going to have a lot of downtime, maybe a little bit between football and basketball.
Not a good kick there.
Kick, and and they just fall on it because unfortunately they had to slide down to get it because it was still a loose ball at about the 30-yard line, and that's where Conneaut will start this possession.
Well, here we go.
Here we go, and you got to keep the foot on the gas for Conneaut.
That's
and
right.
Wyatt Payne is going to definitely be your starting running back for sure. And he ran the ball really well.
He did.
I mean, if it was if they caught through and created a nice hole for him, I mean, he got usually 5+ yards every single carry.
He's done a real fine job, as Max has. They all have, the offensive line. And here they go from the 20s, their own 27.
And the handoff
right up the middle again for Max.
Yep.
I'm sorry to interrupt there, but
no, you're good.
I just can't help talking about Max.
Yeah, Max, great, great burst of speed, and he's just so tough. I mean, just goes into the line real hard.
Pound for pound, Ben.
Yes, he
is tough.
Conneaut always has a couple of those players. I think Wyatt's right up there with Max.
He's slightly bigger, but what a tough player.
Yeah, I mean, they both are.
I just love that.
Conneaut always has a couple guys like that. Anthony Newtons, I mean, they just always have players that are intense. And second carry, and he keeps fighting for yardage, and he's still up. Finally gets dragged down.
Wyatt Payne
gets a good few yardage, and
looking like Zach Rice on that one.
And it's a first down, Conneaut Spartans, to start this drive. That first down brought to you by Gertie's Pharmacy, now in the 3rd generation of helping local families with all their health questions, concerns, and medicine. Stop in Gertie's Pharmacy today on Main Street, not today, but this weekend, of course. And they're a great group.
Yeah, they're closed right now.
Yeah, they're closed now, I think, but starting tomorrow. But anything you need, definitely, during the cold and flu season as we're getting more into it. And this is a carry. Great burst by Max, and he shakes one tackle, and he's cutting towards this sideline. Oh, my goodness.
A great fake to Wyatt Payne by
they,
Zach and then the keeper.
They totally bid on that one too. I mean, they
sure
really
did.
did. And Max he's so small, but he has such great speed like Cody Kuntz. You lose track of him.
He's fearless out there, Ben. He's fearless.
Yeah, they always do, and they run that same play up the middle.
He's listed at 5'8", 155.
Well, that's pretty small for a quarterback. My goodness. I mean, Ryland was small for a quarterback, but he had probably more poundage on him than that.
Right.
And carry up the middle. That's Wyatt Payne. He shakes two tackles.
Nice job he's doing.
Wyatt Payne carrying this offense for Conneaut, Steve. I mean, you got to give this guy, a young man, a ton of credit. I mean, he wants the volume, Steve. I mean,
he does. And when I talked to him last week, he was a little, he was disappointed. He understands that Zach Rice is the center of the offense, but he really wants to. And he didn't say anything against anybody. He just really wants. He's got spirit, and he wants to run the ball. And look what he's doing now. He's just taking advantage of his situation there.
Next year, he's going to have all the carries too.
Oh yeah.
And Max gets the first down, and then some, falls forward. Conneaut Spartans, despite Zach Rice being on the sideline, they are moving the ball really well.
They sure are. Another first down.
Get a quick glimpse of Zach.
Wow.
He's walking a little bit, so you at least got to be happy that he's at least upright and moving around. But it's still really achy for him, so I think he's going to have a lot of confidence in that ankle to come back in. And if Wyatt Payne's carrying the ball this well, I mean, maybe you don't have to ask him to come in.
Exactly. Why risk injuring him even more? Wyatt's doing the job. 1st and 10 again.
And a handoff. This is Wyatt Payne again. He shakes and bakes just like his senior
run,
colleague does. And he dives forward. He gets quite a few. That was a good pickup of maybe 7 yards, Steve.
Yes. I'd say a good 7, yeah.
Yeah, he's tough. He really is. And the ball's all the way. They're up within the red zone now. They're at balls at the 18-yard line of Rootstown territory. And Conneaut really has not been denied at all so far. Their offense has not been stopped getting in the end zone. So we'll see. We'll see if they can keep that streak going.
Ooh.
And Max Gleason, he's cutting up.
Look at that. How did he get through there?
Yeah, he's got great awareness, Steve. That's a Conneaut Spartans first down. What awareness this guy has to see the hole and gut right through that and get a Conneaut Spartans first down. Brought to you by Conneaut State, or Chris Breck State Farm Insurance. Ask about bundling your insurance coverage and saving money. 593-1191. And
good word to use, Ben. Awareness.
He's got great awareness. Yep. And Max,
Wyatt Payne.
Wyatt Payne, yep.
About to 1.
Yep, 1st and goal, and he fell forward maybe about the 2, and it'll be second down at the 2. Conneaut is knocking on the door early here to start the second half. Only 8 minutes left in the third, so only a few minutes have gone by, but they've moved the ball well 70 yards downfield.
They sure have.
Put themselves in position to get it in the end zone again.
Very impressive.
And add to their lead.
Series here.
And this is a handoff to Wyatt Payne, and he almost.
Oh no!
And I see a flag. A flag is thrown, but there was a fumble, unfortunately, and right there at the goal line, and he loses it. I see a flag thrown though, like right about when the tackle was happening.
They picked it up.
It must have been.
The referee is picking it up, not doing anything with it.
It must have been offensive holding because, they're not calling it.
No signal at all. Again.
And unfortunately, Conneaut just had it right there, but they pulled a Rootstown and they fumbled the ball in the red zone, unfortunately. And
okay, let's get it back.
Yeah, first down, Rootstown at the 10.
There's a flag.
And I think it's false start on Rootstown. At least you get that. But my goodness, though, that was Wyatt had it right in his hands, and he just needed to just take the tackle for a loss, but he just kept fighting and lost it, unfortunately.
That's the way he is, but that happens, and he'll get it back. I'm not worried about Wyatt.
Yep. Wayne. I'm not worried about
Now
Wayne.
it's Wayne now.
I'm not worried about Wayne either.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother, you know. I'm with you.
First and 15, and they fumbled the ball into the end zone. This could be a safety.
And
No, somehow he got it off.
he threw it, but are they going to call that intentional grounding, Steve? Because he just threw it kind of at nobody.
He sure
To
did.
get the ball out of the
No flag at all. No flag at all.
I mean, if you're allowed to do that, then yeah, sure. Why don't you just throw it at the ground?
You're
But
right. He just threw it to anybody.
in the NFL, that'd be intentional grounding.
That's ridiculous.
Which, you know, I mean, that would still be Rootstown ball, but yeah, it was almost a safety, a fumble, a bad snap, right over DeAngelis' head, and
Yeah, and he's 6'4". Jeez.
and a handoff to Kuntz, and he's fighting his way up, and he gets up to about the 14, which is a back past the original line of scrimmage, but I think that'll be third down. And about 6 to go. Need to
Hit
make
by
some big
Troy
stops.
Turner on that one.
Troy Turner finally being the line of defense that stopped Kuntz.
Yes.
Yeah, that's you gotta definitely be aware of Kuntz's break off the tackles here and play play
right.
very aware.
It's 3rd and 6 here.
Make the stop, and then they'll be forced to punt.
This is a key play. Oh, they're going to give it to him, of course.
And
I don't
wrap
think he
up
got it.
Wyatt Payne.
It's awful close.
Wyatt Payne, I don't think so, honestly. They're signaling that they did, but they're picking it up. Yep. Man,
That's a pretty generous spot.
I think
Wow.
it was generous, and I also think they should have measured it. I think that would have been fair to measure. I think it's right on the line.
I
but
don't want to say anything.
Okay, me neither. Either way, it was he got at least 5 or 6, but they could have measured it for 4th down. But
I did.
first down and 10 for Rootstown, and the pass is overthrown to Dawson Morgan.
Yeah, right, overthrown.
On the near sideline. DeAngelis trying to get it out to his guys on first down. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
.6:16 left here in the 3rd quarter. 21-6, Spartan lead with Rootstown with the ball.
And handoff to Kuntz again, but he's tackled for a loss.
He sure is.
Big time stop. That was Darren Christine
Oh,
making the big grab and got a loss of a couple. Great play by Darren Christine.
he's made several
Scotty-
nice plays. Scotty Edwards is in on those two.
Yeah.
Were like a couple, you know.
Yep. Yeah, that might have been Scotty Edwards. The 8 and the 0 for me really blend in. So
Yeah,
with the gold letters. But Scotty Edwards making the stop.
with Darren. Yeah.
Yep.
3rd and 10. Another key play here.
3rd and 10. Yeah, exactly. Got to watch out for the pass here because you know DeAngelis definitely got away with some easy dink and dunks and some slants. Slant and goes, so you got to just watch out for the sidelines. But other than that,
Well, with his height, he can see the whole field too.
yeah, exactly. DeAngelis at a shotgun and a low snap. He does drop it, but he's rolling out left, and he's gonna
nice block
he's gonna
by.
get tipped. And the ball, I think it was a pass that was incomplete. It was deflected by I think Bryce Sperlin.
I thought it was too. Yeah, by Sperlin.
Yeah. 4th down forced by Conneaut. They did give up 1 first down, which we won't talk about. But they force the 3 and out there on that second set of downs.
Yeah, they'll punt here. DeAngelis will punt, and they could have good field position depending on his punt here.
Yep. It still stings a bit right now for Conneaut to not have that touchdown on their scoreboard, but
they'll get it this time. Ethan Osborne back in for the punt.
Yep, and a nice kick by DeAngelis on the near side.
Ooh, tough one. Ooh, look out. He didn't touch it.
Yeah, he didn't touch it, so.
Oh, there's a flag here.
And a flag is thrown back here at midfield.
Number 7 and Darren Christine.
Yeah,
involved in something there.
Moses, I think it was Moses Schwartz.
These numbers are so hard to pick up.
There's a little bit of contact going on after the play is over. And another,
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
another call against Conneaut, which is going to back them up more beyond where they.
Why are they going so far back? I don't understand this.
Well, I think it's 15 yards from where the spot of the ball was, which I think we're at the 35.
Yeah.
Or 34. So they're back. They're back now to the 19.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it's just killing Conneaut. Now unfortunately that good field position's gone now.
Ugh.
But you got to keep your head up, and you know what? You move the ball really well with Wyatt and Max, so you just don't worry about it, and you keep that positive energy going.
Well, Coach Rocco is talking to the refs, that's for sure right now.
I don't know what it was other than I know Moses Schwartz and number 7, which was Tristan McKibben.
Okay.
They got into it a little bit there at the very end of the play, and that's where the flag was thrown. But I have no idea if it was really Conneaut or if it was Rootstown or neither, but that's what they called, and we're back at the 19. First down, and we hand it off to Wyatt Payne right up the middle, and he forces his way all the way up.
Very nice run.
Excellent by Wyatt Payne, right up the middle. Little guy busting up the middle like a fullback, you know.
Well, give credit to the offensive line for opening up these holes. Doing a great job tonight.
Dawson Morgan with a stop for Rootstown.
His name's been called quite a few times tonight.
He's been big for special teams for sure. First down, Conneaut Spartans, and that one brought to you by University Hospital Conneaut Medical Center, celebrating 100 years of advancing the science of health and the art of compassion.
They're at the 30-yard line.
And Wyatt Payne, he gets tripped up, unfortunately, back. He loses a couple.
Yeah.
Tristan McKibben. Second down and 10 for Conneaut. And you didn't lose anything there, but you didn't gain anything either. So Wyatt, unfortunately, on the draw play. And they hand it off to him again, and he's got a little bit of room up the middle.
Nice run.
And he finally hits a wall of Rovers, and he gets pushed back. And the Rover defense is definitely fighting now. They're trying to just really get after Conneaut right at the line, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 3, which is a big play.
You're right. I noticed that too with the Rootstown defense. Very more aggressive now.
Well, yeah, I think they were playing a little timid in the first quarter, which cost them, you know, the turnover there on the kickoff, and then the 2 fumbles.
Now they're getting serious.
Yeah, and you got to keep the intensity up if you're the Conneaut crowd here, and they're starting to lose it a little bit. And the first run by
direct snap to Max. Yeah, direct snap to him.
Max Gleason, I think he got it.
It's very close.
They got to just give it to him, you know. Are they going to measure it now?
Not these refs.
They're going to measure this one, aren't they?
Get a measurement.
They're not even going to measure it? I actually thought they were going to measure it.
Come on. Unbelievable.
I mean, like what? Just make them. So it's like at the 39 3/4, but they're not calling it the 40. Oh, and Max Gleason cutting up, and he's got tons of room, and he gets well past the first down, Steve, past midfield. Max Gleason putting the offense on his shoulders and showing Rootstown what for.
Cohen Schlabach on the stop. Probably stopped a possible score. Nice run by Max Gleason.
Yep, and great play call. And it was a little bit of misdirection as well for Conneaut. And threw off Rootstown, I think, which Max used to his advantage and fought his way for every yard he got. 1st and 10 from the Rootstown 48. Conneaut is handing the ball off. He's hit immediately by number 61.
Tony Karp.
Tony Karp's been on a few tackles. He's just playing defensive tackle up against Scotty Edwards, and I mean, that dude's just big, I got to say.
He sure is.
Yeah.
What is he? He's listed at 6'2", 280.
Yep, exactly.
He looks every bit of it, too. Nice tackle. Nice hit.
And 2nd down and 11.
Oh, look out.
And Max.
High snap. Max is going to lose quite a few yards on that one.
Max could have just thrown the ball probably and not been called for intentional grounding, you know, but Instead, he kept it and put his head down, and he took the sack. But at least he had awareness to find the ball on the tip.
It'd be 3rd and maybe 20.
Yeah, 3rd and close. Maybe
3rd and 17.
3rd and 17, we'll call it. And Conneaut definitely, you can't just risk it and try to force a pass, but you've had some success passing the ball. And 3rd and long.
Flag.
And flag. They blow the play dead, so it's probably false start, which backs you up 5 more. That's never good. Illegal procedure, yeah. Yep, so I'll back him up to the 39, which is a 3rd and 22 upcoming for Conneaut. And unfortunately, this one's going to be real tough to pull off. But why not, Steve, right?
You got it.
They still got a a 15-point lead, 21-6, with only a minute 20 left to go in the 3rd. So you don't have a lot of time left.
Right.
You just got to just get it in there.
Oh,
and
he's got him open.
What
a catch! What a catch by Ethan Osborne. Ethan Osborne with a great catch.
Ethan Osborne, I cannot believe that one. That was just like a nice blue pass, and Ethan Osborne maintained possession and came back for the ball, Steve, to come down with that one at the 32-yard line. Wow.
28-yard pickup.
And a fresh set of downs for Conneaut.
What a clutch play. Clutch throw, clutch catch. Less than a minute.
And
look out.
Max Gleason, they're ripping for the ball. They're trying to rip for the ball. Yeah, exactly. But
boy, did he pick me out.
Exactly.
He's been doing that all night, faking to the running backs and taking it himself.
They're trying to rip for that ball too, for sure. I mean, they know they want the ball back and want to stop the play. They've only got 25 seconds left in this quarter. Maybe they run one last play. It's 2nd and 7 upcoming. Ball's at the 28, we'll call it. And Wyatt Payne, he shakes one guy. Oh, man. And it almost looked like a horse collar tackle.
Right, grabbed by the shirt.
Yep. Yeah, I think it was just the shirt, so not a bad tackle there. But that'll end the 3rd quarter, and they lost a yard, I think. So 3rd and long upcoming for Conneaut. Big play upcoming. Stick around. We're going to take this brief timeout on 1360 WOW, 102.9 FM, and WOW TV. Score through 3, Conneaut Spartans 21, and the Rootstown Rovers 6. Stick around for 4th quarter action.
Wow. Who would have thought, Ben?
Yeah, it was a good play. Great play.
City Schools would like to thank Northeast Ohio Buick GMC dealers and Montrose Buick GMC for supporting our school this year. If you're looking for a new GMC truck or used Buick SUV, drop in at Montrose Buick GMC and check out their inventory for a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles. Go Spartans!
To the 4th quarter, 3rd down for the Spartans. At the 29-yard line of the Rovers.
Big 3rd down upcoming. And Wyatt Payne gets the carry. And he got a few, but not what it took for the 1st down, unfortunately.
No, I'm interested in what Rocco's going to call this time.
I mean,
what do you do?
I think you
They're on their Rootstown 28.
I think you kick it.
4th and 7.
I think you kick it and just try to give a good little kick. I mean, I wouldn't go for it. You got a 2-touchdown lead.
Yeah.
And you got 11:20 left to go. Even take the delay of game. You know what I mean? Take the delay of game. Run the clock. I mean, you don't want to be too conservative, but I'd say going for it on 4th and 7 would be really risky. And timeout Conneaut right as
No,
clock.
Rootstown timeout.
Oh, Rootstown, gotcha. Yeah, they're trying to slow down the clock, of course.
Sure they are.
Yeah, they know time's against them now. I mean, they got to get 2 scores and an extra point, like a 2-point conversion, so just to tie it. So, you know, it's just going to be down to the wire, I think, no matter what. And we knew this game was definitely going to be that, but Conneaut just holding on by the skin of their teeth in a way.
That's right.
Well,
the clock's going to be very important this quarter, Ben.
For sure.
Very important.
One good thing that's good for Conneaut is that you know Rootstown's going to run the ball a ton. You're going to run the ball through Cody Kuntz because that's what's worked for you 9 times out of 10. So that's going to run the clock down too. They're not going to be able to pass it a lot. Maybe a little bit of those sideline passes you got to watch out for.
That's
but
true.
Other than that,
that's true.
Everything's going to be within the box off the tackles. So.
Right. Both teams have to use the clock very.
Even if you just kick this ball away and they still get it at the 15 or whatever, I would still, I would still say it'd be against Rootstown's favor to try to get 2 scores in the quarter. I mean, they can still do it, but you got to key in on Cody Kuntz.
That's for sure.
Oh wow, and they're passing it.
He's open. He's wide open.
He's got Bryce
Spurlin for the tour.
Bryce Spurlin in the end zone.
I don't see any flags.
No flags. We got a man down, unfortunately for Conneaut, but I think he's okay. Wow.
Oh, what a play. He was wide open. Right, Bryce Spurlin.
Man, oh man.
Tremendous play.
You have got to be about as gutsy of a play caller as to go for that like that for Conneaut and get another score. And possibly, Steve, possibly, I won't say for sure, but I'll say possibly put the dagger in the game. Possibly. But great.
That's right.
That was about as gutsy of a play call as I've seen since Edgewood went for 2 points, at the end of the game against us, which won.
Yeah, Coach Rocco's done a great job with his play calling tonight.
Done well. Kick's no good. They got inside and tipped that one.
Yeah, there were some missed blocks on that. That wasn't Bryce's fault.
Yeah, but Bryce Spurlin playing his heart out tonight for Conneaut.
He's doing everything, kicking caught
that touchdown.
Touchdowns.
Caught the touchdown. He's been astronomical on defense, Steve. He's just been really, really key for Conneaut defensively, especially early on with a couple of those forced fumbles. And like that, Conneaut Spartans got a 3-touchdown lead now with 11:01 left to go in the game. And you can't ask for better than this, Steve. I mean, you're up 3 scores, and the pressure's all on Rootstown now, and it's an away game for them. So you got to love the intensity right now.
Oh yeah, if I would have told you, Ben, that Conneaut would be up 27-6 with 11 minutes left in the 4th quarter, what would you said?
I wouldn't have guessed it, but I thought it'd be a really, really down to the wire game. I mean, it is, but
I was concerned about Kuntz, of course, but wow, they've pretty much controlled them. Well, we'll see now. There's a lot of time left.
Well, now, and you kind of wonder, like Rootstown, do they have to throw it a lot now? Do they have to get the ball moving through the air to get back in the game? Which will be,
and if they do run it, that runs the clock. So
yeah, they haven't been behind like this all year, and the ball's kicked out of bounds. They don't even let them try to make a return.
No,
which I think was the intent. They could have tried to go for one of those bloop kicks again, maybe, and seeing if they can pick it back up.
Right.
But they didn't want even a return,
I don't blame them.
And the ball will be at the.
Yeah, because
35.
it went out of bounds is considered a penalty, so they'll spot the ball at the
35, I think.
30, I don't think the refs even know.
I think that's where they're at, the 35. Automatically, if it's kicked out of bounds. Yeah, so.
Yeah. First in town. First in town.
First in town for Rootstown.
What the heck?
Right?
Yeah, they're at the 37.
Okay, 37.
Their own 37. So
here
they come.
And DeAngelis, he's going to try to throw it, and he zings it over the middle, intended for 26, which is the guy we've been calling all night, Dawson Morgan.
Right, that was a terrible pass, actually, for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's
like a line drive.
Well, he threw it about 90 miles an hour, but no one was going to catch that, not even our guys, which was maybe the reasoning.
He probably ducked.
Yeah.
But that didn't take too much time off the clock, so 2nd and 10 now.
Oh, and a good update, too. Well, hang on. And run.
There's a flag.
Flag thrown, and another flag.
Could be
and
holding.
Another spinning move.
Three
for,
flags.
Kuntz. What is going on out there? You can't.
Defensive holding?
Defensive holding on
against
top of the game. No one usually calls that, I will say, but.
Oh, that's unbelievable. I got to bite my tongue now, Ben.
Yes, I know.
I tell you, these
got to take your pills, you know. Got to take your pills to cool you off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's what they're calling, so we'll have to see. That's what they're pointing to. I will say the penalty margin has been well against Conneaut's favor.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, and they've committed a lot of them. They've shot themselves in the foot several times with it. Oh, offsetting, or they declined it, I think is what it was, because they got the first down. Is that what it was?
I think it's offsetting penalties.
Oh, offsetting penalties, yeah.
So it still remains. The ball is still at the 37, 2nd and 10.
Yep. So yeah, ball's 2nd and 10 at the 37. So that's actually good for Conneaut. Time goes off the clock and they lose it down. So still at the 37. Conneaut's just got to be cool about it, though. That's all I mean, that's it. If they make a lot of mistakes and commit a lot of penalties, they're going to move them up quicker than they would normally if they were able to score 3 touchdowns in 10:48.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, they're going to need a lot of luck as well as skill to get back in this game for Rootstown. And that is Moses Schwartz with a big
flag. I knew they'd call a flag.
And
I just knew it.
A big time slam. I don't know what that was.
No, what's the flag for?
Because
he grabbed his arm and threw him out of bounds?
Horse collar? I actually didn't really see
that wasn't a horse collar.
The home crowd's not happy about it.
I'm not either.
And Ty Covill's just like, hey, guys, chill. Chill.
He's probably right. Look at this. 15 yards.
I mean, but Moses Schwartz, I think that was him, he just slammed him right down. I mean, and he got right in there and blew up that play. Conneaut just can't make mistakes. That's what they got to not do, is make mistakes. They just got to play nice, clean football. DeAngelis throwing it and tipped.
Dropped it
by his own receiver on the screen pass. And like I said, they're just going to have to pass the ball with efficiency to get back in the game. DeAngelis, he's definitely playing a little nervous right now, also on the road. But you know, and I mean, he is a senior, 6'4", 230, as we talked about. But I'm not sure he's been in a tight spot like this to be able to carry the game on his back. It's mostly been Cody Kuntz, and they've mostly played with a lead, not down. And DeAngelis stepping back, and he
overthrew it.
He throws his guy.
He's got a great arm.
He did throw it pretty well. Nick Malik, I think that was number 2. Intended for. So bringing up 3rd and 10 for Rootstown. Conneaut just got to keep the intensity, keep the crowd going. There's the band. We're waiting for the band to jump back in. Got to just keep them going. Make a lot of noise and just give Rootstown a real hard time here.
There you go.
And a man in motion for DeAngelis. And the handoff is to Kuntz. Kuntz is breaking up field, and he gets maybe 5, bringing up a 4th and 5 upcoming for Rootstown at the 45-yard line.
They have to go for it.
They have to go for it. And a Spartans down again. That's terrible. It's happened quite a few times for Conneaut. I don't know.
Catch a number?
Can't see him from this angle. He's getting up okay. It is.
Christine?
It's Christine again, yeah. He looks okay this time, but he is hobbling a little bit.
Timeout.
It'll be an injury timeout, yeah.
Conneaut.
It'll be an injury timeout. And the Spartan lead, I mean, I got to remind you, of course, too, about the Spartan lead brought to you by Conneaut Dairy Queen. Remember, the blizzard of the month is both pumpkin pie and cinnamon roll. Enjoy their great brazier menu as always. They were just in here at halftime. They dropped off a lot of great stuff for us. We appreciate the Dairy Queen, the Conneaut Dairy Queen family taking care of us up here in the UH Conneaut Medical Center broadcast booth. And dropping out, we got to think about Dairy Queen player of the game. I already have one in my head. I'm not going to tell you who it is,
okay.
but we got to keep that in mind no matter what happens with the game. 4th and 5. This is big for Conneaut with 10 minutes left. They're going to hand it off to, it's going to be a keeper.
Oh, keeper by the quarterback, and he got the first down.
He got
DeAngelis, yes.
No one saw that coming, too.
Good call.
No one saw it coming, and he had a ton of speed. No one's even seen him run so far, Steve. We haven't even seen him run the ball at all.
Quick call here.
Yeah, and he's like a fullback.
Right. Oh,
and
nice stop.
There you go. And a nice stop by, that Moses Schwartz. You just got to hang in there. And he hurt his arm a little bit on the tackle.
Right. Well, he had hurt his hand, I think, in a previous play.
Okay. You just got to hang in there. And a nice stop by Moses Schwartz.
Second
and 12. And pressure for DeAngelis. And the pass is thrown. And
come on.
And another flag on, I think, a late hit, they're calling it.
I'm sorry, I yelled in the mic.
Yeah.
It's
Steve,
against Conneaut again.
I
just don't believe this.
The crowd is so upset about it.
I just don't believe it.
And, I mean, they flushed him out. They had him on the run.
15 yards.
And that's what you don't need. I mean, you just need to control him. The defensive coach is right next to me here. We got to tell him to make sure that this isn't happening. We got to talk to the guys.
Personal foul.
They're moving up, to the 21.
You can't do this.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're moving the ball up way too quickly, and you got 9 minutes left, but 3 scores.
Oh, look at this.
And Kuntz, I think he dropped the ball.
I think he did too.
And he dropped the ball, and Conneaut, he drops the ball at the 5-yard line.
Yes. That's the third time he's fumbled.
That's the third time he's fumbled. That was the second one he's dropped himself.
Is he hurt?
I think he's hurt. I think he's upset that he lost it, and he's hurt.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, that was it. They got the trainers out there for Cody Kuntz. That's not good either way.
No.
I don't know if he got the wind knocked out of him on the hit. I mean, it looked like it slipped. I don't know who came up with the fumble there. But
I didn't.
Great.
There's so many of them on it.
He looked like he had it, and then someone, I think, came around with a bear hug and slapped it out of his bread basket. So, I mean, great play again by Conneaut's defense to just force these 3 turnovers. Cody looks like he's all right. He's walking off himself, but I think he hurt himself a little bit.
I think he hurt his pride.
Hurt his pride definitely with that. I mean, he had his first, not his first touchdown, but it was going to be a second one.
Well, they're on the 2. So they got to get out of here.
Yeah.
With a nice play, which they've done the whole game.
Yes, they have. Wow. That was a disaster drive for Conneaut. They were giving up all these penalties.
Unbelievable.
And now they get the ball back at the 2. You just can't blow it and turn the ball over or
take advantage of these situations.
I mean,
take advantage of it.
Even a 3 and out and punt the ball, that's better than turning the ball over, or committing a penalty.
He didn't get much on that. Max with a keeper.
Yep. And a big hit by Rootstown to start. I think that was Tony, the big guy, Tony Karp up the middle.
Yeah.
Yep. Stopped him for really no loss, or no gain, maybe a yard for Max Gleason on the keeper. 8:45 left to go in the game.
And running.
My goodness. I mean, it's a 3-score game, but everyone's on the edge of their seat. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty, the tensions are high,
Yeah, based on the penalties. Oh, look out, look out.
Zach Rice is in the game.
Where are they?
Numbers.
Oh, he's right on the goal line.
Yeah, they're marking him at like the half. Zach Rice ran the ball. I mean, he's in. And he looked like he stumbled a bit.
Yes,
I
he
mean,
is.
he's in there.
I'm not so sure I'd let him hurt that ankle again.
I mean, it looked like he had a little bit of tough time breaking away with it, too. So
yeah,
it's third, and they're at the 1. That's where they mark it, at the 1. So he lost at least a couple.
it's just barely the 1. It's just, wow.
Yeah. I mean, even a safety's better than, like, they were just going to have that touchdown. So a safety's better than fumbling.
Right.
But they barely get back again. And that was a keeper by Max Gleason, I believe.
Yeah,
Conneaut's got to be exhausted, too, for sure. I mean, they just are. They maybe got a yard. They're back to about the 2.
I don't think they even got a yard.
Okay.
I think the balls were spotted originally, so I hope they get off a good punt here.
Yeah.
Clock is running with 7:20 left in the fourth period. Or fourth quarter, if you prefer.
Man, it's been that's a crazy drive, though, that resulted in a Rootstown fumble. Their third one of the game.
What are they doing down there?
I think they're just letting it run, and then they called a timeout.
Okay.
Yep, timeout Conneaut. Man, it's intense right now. I mean,
wow.
27-6, Conneaut with the score, the big-time lead. But they're knocking on the door, though. I mean,
Conneaut only has 1 timeout left.
That's okay. I mean, you don't necessarily need it.
Rootstown has 3. They have all of theirs.
Yep.
7:03. That's a lot of time left here.
Yep. It's a lot of time, and Cody Kuntz has broken away. He almost broke away with another touchdown. His pride is definitely hurt. I think it might be too late for Rootstown, barring like a fumble right here that's a touchdown for Rootstown. All you got to do for Conneaut, they're at the 1 yard line. They just got to get a punt away or something like that, you know? I mean, you can't do anything but kick it.
Right.
Got to kick it at least a decent amount, and yes, there will be a return probably by Rootstown, which isn't good either, but you just got to make do with what you got. And you didn't give up the touchdown, so you just have that optimistic feature going for you.
Oh, this is a good one.
Here's an update, too. At least at half, we had a good score. Clarkson and Menor tied 21-21 at half.
Oh.
That's a good game.
Yeah, Clarkson's from out of town, yeah.
Yeah, I think Mississauga, I want to say.
Well, they're going to have good field position, that's for sure. Rootstown.
Yep. And it's, wow. Max goes for it, and he takes a safety.
On purpose, yes.
On purpose.
I can understand that. So now they'll punt it from the...
They take a safety, and that brings it up to 27-8 on an intentional safety, yeah.
They'll get to a free kick here.
Yeah, so that way they're not taking a tip punt or something like that or anything like that.
Right. Okay.
They didn't feel good punting that close into their end zone.
No, I can understand that. I can understand that call.
Yeah,
take the safety.
It's a 19-point lead still, so it's still a 3-touchdown game, you know, but you don't have quite that two to get close back into it for Rootstown, and then 3 to really take the lead. But you've only got 6:58 left to go if you're Rootstown, so you got all 3 timeouts. But if you're running the ball, and they didn't show, like I said, they didn't show a lot of ability to pass the ball.
No.
DeAngelis really zipped it in there too much and wasn't very accurate. So we'll see what kind of a safety kick they sport here. It's going to be Bryce Sperlin again.
Well, you can either kick it or punt it.
Yeah, you can kick it off the tee.
He's going to kick it off the tee.
He'll kick it off the tee. He's done really well with that. So,
well, where's they'll kick it to the left, keep it away from Kuntz.
Yeah.
Or kick it out of bounds.
They might kick it out again just to prevent any type of a. And it's going towards that left or the other guy on the far side. He does pick it up. That's Dawson, and he cuts back over this side, and he gets it up to about midfield, past midfield.
He ran about 20 yards and got about 2.
Yeah, he got a decent amount. Maybe he got like almost 10. That's
Dawson Morgan, right.
Yeah, Dawson Morgan's been their other guy that's not named Cody Kuntz for Rootstown. So
yeah.
Tim's got to definitely get it all together here and not commit penalties. I mean, not necessarily on him to stop committing them, but the ball's at the 43 of Conneaut's territory, and you're up 19 points. You just got to play clean.
That's right. No turnovers, no penalties. Play controlled. The pass.
He's got all this time in the world out back there, and he throws it out to number 2 for Rootstown, and they only get about a yard with that one. So good coverage by Conneaut.
Ethan Osborne on the stop. So he only got a couple.
That's Nick Malik was the receiver for Rootstown, and it'll be 2nd and 9 upcoming. And it did go out of bounds, so 6:41 left to go. They stopped the clock. And the handoff, Kuntz up the middle.
Boy, he's hard to stop. Look at that. He's still going up to the 25.
Yeah, he got quite a bit there. I mean, that was
16 yards.
16-yard gain. Wow. I mean, he had hard fought too, right up the middle, and he just kept pushing off each defender and kept moving the ball, kept moving his legs, Steve. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's quick and he's tough and he's fast.
27, they're at the 27, and the handoff to Kuntz, and he's hit by a wall. Dylan Phillip.
Okay, that's good. The clock will run.
The clock will run, and they only got maybe like 2 or 3. And Conneaut Spartan laying down.
I cannot see who that is.
That's not good either. It stops the clock too, which stinks, but you can't prevent some of these injuries, unfortunately.
Boy, just last week there was so many injuries, you know.
I know, and fortunately, I think all of them came back, you know. But well, for Corey, there was a ton of them. Right. The only one for us was Caden Heinly, and he's still out. Right. Is that Scotty Edwards? I'm not sure.
I don't have my binoculars.
You got to hope the best for him. He's just kind of sitting upright and taking his time. I think it's Scotty Edwards. Yep. He's getting up okay. 6:12 left to go in the game. Hopefully you don't need to tap on him the rest of the game, but you never know how this one's shaping up to be, you know?
He's running pretty good.
Yep. I'm not sure what it was, but maybe Conneaut needed a timeout too. I don't know, but they stopped the clock, unfortunately. So 6:12, 27-8, Conneaut with the lead. Rootstown still only has 1 touchdown and then a safety that was intentional.
Right.
And grabbing him by the back of his jersey, pulling him like a wedgie, you know, almost game like a jersey wedgie. That was his towel. It's his, I think. First down, Rootstown. They get the 10 yards, and they're moving the ball there at the 15. And this is DeAngelis. He's trying to slip past a couple guys, and he slips for a few. I mean, he moves pretty decently for a big guy.
He does.
He has not run the ball much all game until the last few drives, but of this quarter.
Right, and the stop was by Scotty Edwards, too.
Scotty Edwards back in. Okay, good.
Yeah, made the stop.
Yep, he's back in already. Great. And 2nd down and 5, and Kuntz up the middle, stopped again, keeps the clock running.
Sperlin.
And that's what I mean. You keep running the ball, and they're still going to run out of time. They're trying to punch it in here for their 2nd touchdown of the game. And the handoff was low.
Oh, they got him. They got him.
They got him on that one. Big gang tackle, and that's how the Conneaut Spartans swarms them to make the stop. That's Bryce Sperlin and Dylan Phillip in on that. Bryce and Dylan have been playing great defense all game. Of course, Ty Covill still been the man we know and love, but Wyatt Payne's been in there as well.
Yeah.
And handoff Kuntz, and he's up and he's in the score.
Yeah, barely hit by anybody.
Yep, that was from Man, that was from about 7 yards out, and he scores it, and that was pretty easy for Rootstown. They get their second score, but they took a lot of time off the clock, Steve. That was like over.
Yeah, they did, and that's what we wanted.
Over 3 minutes just to get that score.
Well, they'll go for 2.
Yeah, so it'd be 16 to, it'd be 11 point.
If they make it.
I don't think they're very good at kicking either.
And they didn't make it, no.
No, Cody Kuntz on the sweep pass, the sweep pitch out rather, I'm sorry, does not get it, gets denied. Great defense by Conneaut making the stop. That was Scotty Edwards again with a stop and Bryce Sperlin.
Right.
I think. Aiden Daverson, I think, was the guy down there. Oh, we got a Rootstown Rover now down.
Oh, boy.
It's been all Conneaut Spartans injuries and Conneaut Spartan penalties. And
Injury on the field.
I'm not sure who it is, but tons of injuries, especially late. I mean, these kids are all fighting really hard, tooth and nail, trying to win this game for their team. And that's usually when injuries happen, is when they're really trying to go above and beyond their limitations.
That's very true. Very well put.
Yeah. And,
we don't like to see it happen, but that does happen at this level.
Yeah,
any level, actually.
I'm not sure who it is. I'm not sure if it's.
I can't get a number. He's
Cody.
blocked.
Could be Cody, because I mean he did get hit really hard at the line that before he made it in, but it's at about the 4-yard line.
Right.
The trainer's out there with him, helping him up, and he's struggling. It is Cody. It's Cody Kuntz again. He's down for the second time. He's got a little bit of a hobble, but I mean not the worst. It looks like it's his like hamstring.
Yeah, could be.
I mean, you hate to say it. I'm glad he's okay and he's walking around, but you hope that he's not a factor in the second possession.
Well, it would help the Spartans, but I tell you, Kuntz has played a really good game, and he's been hit all game by so many people. He's taken a beating, quite frankly.
Yep, he has. And Rover's going to kick it, and they're going to go for an onside kick most likely here.
Of course.
And Conneaut is expecting that. They're lined up pretty well to try to snuff this one out if it's a good kick. And number 60, that is Hutton Krieger. And that is Max Gleason. A couple late hits coming in, collisions there. The number I keep seeing for Rootstown is Tristan McKibben. That's the guy I keep seeing, number 7.
Oh.
And number 25, Cohen Schlabach. I see those two guys every time, Steve. Always coming in for a collision right at the end of the play. I'm sorry, but I don't like it. I don't like either of those guys right now. They got to clean it up. So.
I agree with you. Anyways, Max Gleason did recover that. That's good. You wanted somebody with good hands and up front on an onside kick.
Yep.
4:41.
And you're just going to try to run the clock out with 4:40 left to go.
They do.
Yep.
They're on their own 48.
Yeah, you don't really even care about I mean, you want to get first downs, but not the most important thing. And
give to Wyatt Payne.
Wyatt Payne.
Maybe a yard, if that.
Slammed down by number 50. That is Lyndon White, defensive lineman big-time lineman for Rootstown. They call a timeout.
Yeah, they did. They have 2 left, or maybe just they're down to 1, I think. They haven't marked it on the scoreboard, but.
Yep. And I got to say, the one thing that's been the key factor here is that when we go risky, when Coach Rocco's gone with risky play calling, it's paid off. And you don't really need to do that. You still got a 27 to 14 lead with only 4:30 left in the game. But you could try to be a little risky here and maybe try to trick them a little bit offensively with something, at least to get a first down maybe. Not necessarily get it in the end zone or anything, of course, but
use that clock, gain some yards.
Yep, gain some yards and try to get it out. And he's passing, and he does get it.
Oh, don't get out of bounds. That's it. He's in bounds.
Wow,
Wyatt Payne.
Great heads-up play by Wyatt Payne to stay in bounds. They have to use their final timeout, I think.
I think it is the final. It says 2 left, but I think they've used all of them.
No, that was yeah. I thought they just used one and they just used their second one. Maybe they have one more.
I thought they
just used one and then they're using.
I know,
this
but
one
I thought
again.
they used one earlier too.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not.
Seemed to me they did.
Well, there was a lot of injuries that also stopped the clock too, which was just the way it went. But of course, I got to remind Steve about the Dairy Queen Player of the Game. I got a one name that's in mind. It doesn't have to be him. We can also have an offensive and a defensive player, which I always like having lately. But totally up to you. But I got one guy that I want to give it to tonight.
Okay.
And
we'll talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, Wyatt Payne's playing really well. I mean, that was a great heads-up play right there. I'll say to stay in bounds and make Rootstown use a timeout. He almost went right out. The play kind of was guiding him that way. But great body awareness by Wyatt.
Yeah. 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3. You just want to get this first down if you can, but there's no pressure on it. And they're stacking the box. And they're going after.
Oh, he's got it.
He's got it, and he's got a lot more room than that.
I think he stepped out of bounds at the 28.
Yeah, I think they are going to say he stepped out, but
Max what a great play.
With a big breakout play, and that could be the game sealer, even though he did step out. But that gets them first down. They're way down the other side there. That breakout play brought to you by Conneaut Savings Bank. Stop and ask about online and mobile banking. Online banking makes transactions fast and easy. Conneaut Savings Bank in Conneaut and in Austinburg. That was a big-time play and a big saving grace, as we'll call it, for Conneaut Savings Bank. And the handoff to Wyatt. Up the middle, couple spins, gets him maybe 3-4 yards, Steve. That was a great play.
That's it. Run the clock down.
And that was the last one used by, that's their last one right there.
Yeah, so last time out by Rootstown.
They have 4:07 left to go on the clock with a second and 7 upcoming.
Well, if they score, that'll pretty much clinch it, I would think.
Second and 7. This is a big play upcoming. And Wyatt Payne, he gets the carry again, and he's met by several guys. He picked up a few. Forward progress, I think, stopped him at about the 35, we'll say. Third down and 6, maybe? I'm not sure.
6 or 7.
They're going to say he got no yardage there. I thought he got at least a yard or two, but maybe not. 3rd and 7. But you're running the clock still. You got 3:30 left to go in the game. You're just trying to be a good game manager, and Rocco knows that. He knows how to close these games out.
Oh, yeah.
And he's called a great game so far. I might give the player of the game to Rocco Dobrin.
I would.
Honestly, he's really outcoached.
I'd vote for him.
He's outcoached Rootstown tonight.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
And
Max
Gleason's going to put the game away. Touchdown, Conneaut.
That's it. That'll do it. Unbelievable. 25-yard run.
And that makes it just a complete annihilation of a score now. I mean, this game has been a nail-biter all game despite there being a consistent lead for Conneaut.
That's true.
And it's unbelievable. And now look at that. With 3:11 left to go in the game, you got to say now it's over. But my goodness, Max Gleason, he deserves player of the game too, just for that alone.
Well, he's on my list.
He's
always been on my list.
He always deserves it, I'll say. I
does.
Think every week he earns it. Mac and Zach Rice, when he plays a full game, I think Zach Rice always earns it. But he's been out pretty much almost the entire second half.
Yeah.
Which is okay. So And a bad snap, I think they were.
I don't know why they went for 2.
They went for 2 because
35.
Because if they get 2, then it's a 21-point lead.
Yeah.
I think they were just thinking like a consistent 21-point lead, but it's 33 to 14. Conneaut. You know what that magic number 33 represents, Steve? Do you? Other than the age of Jesus Christ when he was crucified.
Or Mudcat Grant's number when he played for the Indians.
Mudcat Grant. Do you remember because Grant?
My cousin.
Oh, there you go. Was he? He's your cousin. Or do you just say that?
No.
That's funny. But no, it's the score that Rootstown beat us.
Oh.
It was 33-0 when we played them 5 years ago. So we got 33.
What a payback. This is great. This is really great.
I know, and it's been I think they're dumbfounded that they only got 14 points so far. I mean, they've given up a lot. They could have had at least a couple more scores with those fumbles. They had 3 fumbles inside the 10, or at least inside the 20.
Yeah.
They cost them 3 scores. I mean, it could be a tie game. You know.
That's true.
And the pickup on the roller kick, that's picked up by number 26.
Oh, come on.
And he's got quite a return going himself, and he's still on his feet.
Oh, come on. I don't believe that.
Man, what a good return by the man that's been really the wrecking crew for
Dawson Morgan. What a great run.
He's probably been a bigger threat to Conneaut than Cody Kuntz, arguably.
Really?
I mean,
what a great run.
When he has the ball in his hands on special teams, he really makes the most of it.
5'10", 166. Wow. That hurt.
Yes, it did. But you just keep your head up, and you just know that everything's going to be all right, if you're Conneaut. Under 3 minutes left. Rootstown has no more timeouts. You can't be a dingo and commit a bad penalty, though, Right. And pass overthrown intended for Nick Malik.
Oh, that pass wasn't even close.
No, they haven't really. I mean, especially if they run out patterns, he hasn't been accurate throwing it.
No, not at all.
It's only usually on comeback routes and screen passes. That's really all it's worked out for them. They haven't really tried any slant patterns or anything like that have worked. They're going to have to try now, but they're going to give it to Kuntz here.
Oh, yeah. They'll stop him. He'll get a couple, but that's about it.
Yep. And Ty Covill comes in, kind of for the wrap up there, but Jaden Anderson really with the initial hit.
Yes. He's played a good game. He usually does, Jaden. Third and 10 from the 28.
And DeAngelis is rolling out right.
Put some pressure on him.
There you go. And they
almost picked off.
And they did.
By Sperlin.
Yep. Great coverage by Sperlin and Ethan Osborne. Intended for Drew Nero.
Nero's tall. 6'4". Tight end.
2:16 left to go. Coach Tim over here, he's pretty nervous, I'll tell you. You can tell just by the way he's moving around. But
really gets nervous during basketball.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're right there on the open court, and then a trick pitch to Cody Kuntz, and he's got some open space, and he's finally met by number 22. That was Troy Turner on the near sideline.
Right.
That's a big pickup for Rootstown. They're within the striking distance. They're in the goal line. Marked out.
Guys.
Troy Turner pushed him out at about the 8, we'll call it. So it'll be 1st and goal at the 8. Rootstown.
I tell you, this Spartan defense is really tired out there. Can't you sense that, Ben?
They are tired. I mean, they're
tired.
They played a bunch. I mean, and a lot of injuries too that have not helped, with some positions being a little short in some areas. And this one's a keeper by DeAngelis.
They stopped him, though.
They stopped him, but he did get a few. I mean, he's like a fullback running it from the quarterback position. He gets maybe 3.
Runs like Bernie Kosar.
Yeah. Yes, he
kind of plods along there.
He plods along, yeah. but it makes it look pretty good, convincing enough. But he's big enough to be Bernie Kosar already.
Yeah, he sure
and
is.
Cody Kuntz on the handoff. I think he's short. Yep, marked down at probably the 2-yard line. They're going to mark him.
Good. Clock keeps running. 1:35 left.
That's okay. That's what we wanted. They're going to hurry up and try to get it in again. And if you're Conneaut, you just don't even use that timeout.
Oh, of course not.
Just sit on it. And
there's
a flag thrown before Cody Kuntz gets in the end zone.
Oh, who's it against? Oh, it's against Rootstown.
It's against Rootstown.
The
Yeah, I was going to say it was before they even.
I think it's a chop block.
Chop block, so it's going to back them up.
Oh, that's a good penalty for Conneaut.
Yeah, that'll back him up. So Kuntz had his another touchdown.
Right.
It's going to be his third one tonight, but you see how this guy gets his yardage. He's just used so much. He's probably got 35 carries all night. So
yeah. Well, now they're at the 15 now.
Yeah, they're back at the 15. No touchdown.
Of course, to give to
Kuntz met by a wall of Conneaut Spartans. I think that's number 28. I think that's
Ty Covill.
Ty Covill again. Big time tackle, just upended him from underneath. And that's how you wrap up. He showed Conneaut there how to tackle Cody Kuntz really well. Got him down low and brought him up off the ground. And another stop, good time stop for Conneaut. 4th down.
And they will take over on downs.
They'll take over on downs. That was Scotty Edwards with the stop.
Who's played a whale of a game.
A whale of a game, exactly. And he's up there too. You got a lot of guys. You got a lot of guys that you could give it to tonight, Steve, and it's hard.
A lot of them. Darren Christine played a great game.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Wow, just sit on it now.
Yep, no timeouts. You can just kneel down twice probably, and you're good. Yep.
Right, which they will do.
Great job, Conneaut Spartans, really upsetting this Rootstown team.
33-14. Yeah. Sorry for interrupting you.
No, you're good. And it's in the stat book's not even going to show it being close either.
Right.
I got to say, Cody Kuntz completely held in check tonight. No one expected it at all. That Cody Kuntz wasn't going to get his 250 tonight, and he wasn't going to get his 3rd touchdown tonight. He almost did on several occasions, but Conneaut, they just outcoached Rootstown tonight, and your Conneaut Spartans take this game by a final score of 33-14. And man, what a whale of a game, as you said. I like how you worded that, Steve. My goodness, what a great game they played, and it's outstanding. Everyone had a great game tonight for Conneaut. Obviously, you can really put it on the back of Max Gleason for winning the game again, putting that last score in, kind of that sealed the game. I still think it wasn't really necessarily the nail in the coffin. I think it was already over at that point, but they scored, which kept it really locked in for Conneaut. But our Dairy Queen Player of the Game honors, that's definitely a tough one for sure.
It sure is.
I'm going to be really bold here. You can give it to anybody. I'm going to give it for offensive Dairy Queen Player of the Game, I'm going to give it to Coach Rocco. Player of the game. He called a good game. I'll honestly give him a lot of credit for calling a really well.
I agree, but it's supposed to go to the players. Let's give him an honorary award.
He played the game. He played the game as a coach really well. I'll say that. He gets an honorary award tonight.
He gets an honorary award.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep,
yes.
Exactly. So I'm going to, you know what then? I'm going to do a couple bold things then. I'm going to give it to Darren Christine for offense mainly because he toughed it out after he got hurt with his ankle. And he came back in and played really well and was like really the sticking point for Conneaut being able to move the ball well offensively. You could give it to anybody, but I would say
he deserves it. Yeah,
I would say him, and then I would say for defense, you could give it to anybody as well too. I would say Bryce Sperlin was up there defensively. Who else? Larry Ham had a great connection too. You could also give it to Larry Ham for that big catch. I mean, he just had the one, but you could also give him an honorable mention as well too. It's up to you. I like that 55-yard catch and run that led to Conneaut Spartans' second touchdown.
Well, you know, what about Max Gleason and
Yeah, I know.
and Wyatt Payne?
We always give it to them, but I think they always deserve it. I think Max deserves it tonight, like without a doubt.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, he could win it every night though.
For sure.
But I don't know. I guess I'll say Darren Christine as an offensive player. I think he played really well offensively on the
How
line.
about Scotty Edwards?
On the line. Defensively, Scotty Edwards, I think, is really a good player to give it to defensively. Scotty Edwards had a couple big
Give it to the
tackles
big guys.
The big guys.
Let's give it to the big
because
guys.
this game was won and lost in the trenches, as we said, right, Steve? So we got to give them their due. And then for special teams, Derek couldn't play the game. Without a doubt, Bryce Sperlin played. He answered the call, kicking the ball tonight, and he really did a great job of extra points on kickoffs. He was very aware of what was going on, keeping it away from Kuntz tonight as best he could. Of course, he had the other bad return man against him, Dawson Morgan, but you couldn't do much with that. But yeah, so I'd say Bryce Sperlin, Scotty Edwards on defense, and Darren Christine on offense. You could give it to a different group of guys altogether. Of course, Max deserves big-time honors. Wyatt Payne played a heck of a game running the ball pretty much the whole night. Coach Rocco deserves the Coach of the Year award just for tonight alone, I think. Just because he just called a great game. And
we'll give him an honorary award for calling a great game.
He really did. He singled out a lot of their weapons and just knew how to answer it. And he played really risky offensively, too. He went for it boldly, and he played very, very well, or coached it very well.
Yeah.
And
so that'll do it.
That'll do it, and I'll just do some scores around the league, of course, just to wrap up. But
okay,
you're good. Oh yeah, Darren Christine had a cramp. Thank you, appreciate that, Dad. Yes, he did have a cramp. And Jefferson over Niles, 31-14 final score. Sharpsville over Slippery Rock, 28-14 final score. Hickory over Wilmington, 21-14. Grove City over Sharon, 41-19 final. Perry over Lakeside, 22-6 late in the third, at the end of the third. Harvey over Cardinal, 35-12, no surprise. Edgewood over, Edgewood over West Yaga. Final score, 33-20. They beat up, and they go to 4-1 on the year. So are we. We're 4-1, and Edgewood's 4-1.
That's a surprise.
Yep. Cathedral Prep over Solon, 49-14. Riverside over Madison, 59-0. Riverside's great this year. Fort LaBeouf over Fairview, 21-7. Final. Mercier's Prep over Northwestern, 28-21 final. Pymatuning Valley over St. John's, 40-0. Chardon over Mayfield, 31-14 final. Kirkland over Geneva, Kirkland 43, Geneva 13 final. Meadville 69, Titusville 7 final. Final tonight in Medina, Ohio, 29-23 Buckeye over Valley Forge. Champion from Warren over top of LeBray in Leavittsburg, 37-14 final. Southeast over Minerva, 44-13 final in Minerva. And I think that's it tonight. I think that's it for high school scores. And Cleveland Guardians tied it back up against the Twins.
Really?
It's 3-3 in the bottom of the 8th. So great play by Guardians, and they're trying to stay in that one and trying to clinch the AL Central. So from all of us here, Steve Grant, Ben Jarvie, and Megan Lebzelder and Matt Jarvie back in the studio producing. We want to thank everyone tonight. Great win tonight. Conneaut Spartans go to 4-1 on the year, and the Rootstown Rovers go to 4-1 on the year. Next week, we got a couple special guests. We got Cleveland Central Catholic coming to town again at home, 6:45 pregame. We got Denise Donato next week, hopefully, for an interview from University Hospital. And we got Rick, it's homecoming next week, of course, yeah. And Rick Bruno is possibly going to interview with us next week at halftime. Yeah, so if you want to do that interview, that'll be a great talk, yeah. So from all us here, have a great night, everyone. So long. 33-14 final score. Thanks for listening in on 1360 WOW, 102.9 FM, and WOW TV. Have a good night.